One. Hi, hello everyone. We are live. How's everybody doing out there?
Hey. Oh wow, she just
I've been
Alright.
waiting to say that. I decided I wanted to go 222.
You know what's
Two,
funny
two.
is it cut out for me, so all I saw was
Yeah, it did cut out a little bit.
yeah. I think Discord cut her
sorry.
off.
I was
Yeah,
like,
except,
she's
except
having some
there's
sort of
noise
fit.
gates you have to deal with here.
Well, I said 222.
And just like today's date, today's episode is also a palindrome.
252. It's correct.
All right, I did not understand your sad dinosaur meme.
Oh,
Oh,
baby shark 22222.
You don't know the Baby Shark song?
No.
because
Oh,
that's fine.
it's literally just baby shark do 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 do, but they changed it to twos.
And then it just repeats that over and over and over again.
Is
Well, no,
this,
they eventually
is this
introduced the
like
mom
a
and
YouTube
dad.
thing for the kids?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a children's
Is it?
children's song.
Yeah,
It's like a
Yeah.
children's fucking empire at this point.
yeah.
When I go to visit my niece and nephew in Vegas, they're right at that age. So I discovered what Baby Shark was like 2 years after Baby Shark was already kind of
Oh,
out
so this
there.
isn't a recent thing.
No,
Oh, no,
Baby
no.
Shark's been around for a
Oh.
while.
Yeah, it's just kind of been around.
So I was privy to experience the Baby Shark playlist
Mhm.
of all Baby Shark songs. There's more than one. Didn't know that going in.
Huh.
The my first criticism and biggest criticism as I was sitting there like playing with them back and forth, and then like the next song comes on, and about like 30 seconds into that song I turn to my sister and I'm like, it's the same song.
The
They're just
melody, different words.
same melody, but they only changed like one word in the scheme. So it's like the first one's Baby Shark, and it goes through the family. But then it's like Baby Car, vroom, 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 vroom.
I am bored. I am bored. Like, shit like that. No?
No, what I did.
Baby car.
Baby Car, vroom, 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 vroom.
Are we in the Cars universe finally? Since cornbread.
Baby T-Rex,
Rar, 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 rar.
something like that. But like, there are several songs that is
Yeah.
all the same cadence and melody, but they just change like the subject.
Look,
Yeah.
look. Kids have short attention spans. They need a simple song, same melodies.
Repetitive.
Yes, it has to be repetitive so they understand it. They know how to repeat it and just go on from there.
Yeah,
Baby cat meow 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 meow.
probably. I turned to my sister. I'm like, it's the same fucking song, because I can curse around our kids. She
Baby
goes,
shark.
goes,
Oops,
yeah,
oops, oops, oops,
they're
oops.
kids. What do you expect? And that shut me up. Then they got to the remixes, which then at least I was like, okay, well, at least
Stop
this is a
yourself.
different melody.
Oh, is that the one with the bass drop? I think I started dying when I saw a TikTok of it. Like, the beat dropped so fucking hard, and I was like, okay, this I can do.
Baby Shark goes hard when its techno remix is out. Like some deep bass.
Yeah, it's like it bumps.
Skrillex says
fucking
baby shark.
bumps.
I guarantee there's at least maybe 2 years ago, there were DJs dropping in Baby Shark.
Oh, 100%.
Like
Yeah.
drops
Yeah.
just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You remember that in the clubs?
I remember hearing a remix, and I liked it.
Shane,
Baby's first EDM.
It's EDM.
Shame, I'm aware
Coco Melon.
of the word Cocomelon.
Ugh.
I do not know what it is, but I do know that is the next thing that my niece is into now.
Yeah, but
Please
it's
remember,
not the
Coco
kids
Melon's that
thing.
little white. It's like the little white bald baby, and then there's a like.
Nope, that's Caillou.
No, there is a Coco Melon with a little white kid. It's a little white bald kid. Hold
I
on.
don't know. I
You're
don't
thinking
know
of
children's
Charlie
shows.
Brown.
I went
What?
to
as we've established with Steph, it's got to be either black or white. So
It's
Oh
true.
my god.
It's true.
I
Steph,
went. Rude. Hold on. Cocoa melon. I remember seeing people.
don't get mad at
in
things you
Cocoa
said.
Melon.
yes, this is the thing you said.
I freaking told you. Yeah,
Wow.
little bald kid, little bald white kid. Cocoa melon.
There's,
That's just a
And-
baby.
to be
Well, that's
fair,
the baby,
there's-
and then the giant watermelon with
there's
the
a
face.
lot of bald white kids in
Yeah.
children's media.
Tommy Pickles.
The other watermelon.
That's not a watermelon.
It's because my
Your
background
backpack?
is picking up
Oh,
the colors.
Oh, gotcha.
that's supposed to be green.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that. Yeah, yes, Leland
what the
Old
fuck's a
Childless
Tommy
Man?
Pickles?
from
From
Rugrats.
Oh, that one you should know.
Why would I know that?
From Rugrats.
Have you ever watched Rugrats?
No.
Granted, he-
I was way too old for
Yeah,
this
it's true. Like, he was at least 20 when that show came out.
Yeah, like,
Oh.
what the fuck would I know what a Tommy Pickles is?
I'm not.
Do you know what a Doug Funny is and a Patty Mayonnaise?
No.
Oh,
Steph, again, he was 20 when those shows came out.
do you know
I'm-
what Real Monsters is?
Steph,
No.
20 when these shows came out.
Our Real
Wow.
Monsters actually it should be a thing. You should check out.
What year did these things begin?
These are like early '90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early '90s Nicktoons.
Well, early '90s, I was still a child, so I like.
They were also
Like these
on
are
Nick,
these are
Nickelodeon.
these are things that are shooting right below your age at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would have thought that.
1991 for
Wow.
Rugrats.
But I would have thought
Okay,
that
I was still a child.
I would think that some exposure would
20.
still hit you.
And that, granted, in 91, me and Steph were one.
You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to.
sorry, two. We were two.
You didn't have to come out here and just like shame me and Leland out here. Leland's already driving a car at that point.
Leland already has a 401k at that point.
I'm having sex. I got a 3-pack a day habit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Look, 15 was really rough for me.
It was rough for all of us.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I'm
when you
trying to
got the
think,
black
like-
lung from working in the mines for so long.
Yeah. 91. I probably was just still watching like the Disney afternoon and calling it a day. Like Nickelodeon shows to me at that time were beneath me. Like they were no, because their animation was crap compared to like the
Disney.
Disney and the Warner Brothers. So
And
I was like,
Fox.
"Ugh, these are like
Oh.
lesser cartoons. I don't want to watch these.
I
Also, I
don't-
don't think I had like Nickelodeon
Yeah.
at my house, maybe.
Like, out of all the
It's Channel
Nicktoons,
33.
yes, Channel
I remember
33
that
on,
much.
on Time Warner Cable. Anyway,
Yeah.
62 was Cartoon Network and 63 was the Disney
Yeah, it
Channel.
was. And 30
47 on Cox.
USA.
Yeah, like Rovi's right. They were gross wiggly line shows. Like there was no. I was like, come on, draw it properly. You know.
Hey, put some respect on Hey Arnold. That show had the best music of any
Do
show.
you know what a
What?
Hey Arnold is?
I know what that is. I've never
Okay.
watched it, but I know what that is.
Oh, Hey Arnold had such great
Is
music
that the guy
in it.
that also no Captain Underpants? Was that a show too, or was that just a book?
I remember the book.
There
Both?
was
I think there's
There's a
like
movie.
little
there's,
movies.
there's a movie starring Kevin Hart as Captain Underpants. It's an animated movie.
Oh, thank
Um,
God.
Yeah.
I mean, he's short enough.
Take that, Kevin Hart.
Suck it, Kevin Hart.
Stop going in the jungle with the rock.
I'm taller than you.
How's everyone feel? Oh, how's everyone feel about Grown Up Arthur since the final episode of Arthur aired?
I didn't
Yes,
watch it.
Leland. Nobody watched it, Steph.
Is that the aardvark thing?
Yes.
Yeah, with
Yes.
the
Okay,
fist.
I'm gonna say I know what that is from you guys. Like I'm
Oh,
gonna still
John
say I don't really
Legend.
know what it is. The rat is gay? What? So
Oh,
much is
Mr.
happening in the
Ratburn?
chat.
Is that Mr. Ratburn?
Was he like a Mr. Furley?
I don't know. Who's Mr. Furley?
I've only just
I'm so old.
today. I've only just today seen like memes of this. And you're
Yeah.
telling me this is the last episode? Like they did a
Yes, they did a 20 years later thing for the last episode.
Okay. When did
Wait,
that happen?
Wait, hold on, stop. Before you're questioning Anthony. So you're saying they did a cartoon,
Yes.
and then 20 years later, instead of just redoing it, they were like, well, we're just gonna pick it up 20
no.
years in this Aardvark's
What
life.
Rocco did.
No,
Right.
it's like it's been going. Like,
Oh yeah, it has. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
The show has
Arthur-
not stopped.
yes, Arthur has
It's
just
PBS.
been going. Yeah,
my
Nobody
favorite.
can stop PBS.
they have unlimited money at this point
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My
because of
favorite
viewers like you.
was
I'm
The
more
Backstreet
Lenny,
Boy
and this is
episode?
PBS. Yeah.
and the musical one.
I've never watched a single episode of Arthur.
Oh,
Neither have I.
those two are my favorites.
It looked
When
like
did-
bad animation. I'm not into it.
When did
They call
this
me-
air?
Because
Like I said, I just today started seeing things, and I legit thought like, oh, are they doing some kind of like new
96.
Arthur?
Okay.
96.
I also, Corum is correct. I also heard Steph say a Backstreet Boy episode.
Yes, they had a
Yeah.
Backstreet Boy episode.
yeah,
Yes.
they made a
Okay.
Backstreet Boys episode, and it was exactly like I
They-
Want It That Way, but
Yes.
but
Animals,
Arthur
various
style.
animals.
And it literally, it's the exact I Want It That Way video, but Arthur animation, and it's so fucking good. It's one of my favorite
Like
episodes.
it's like a 1-to-1 of the video, but
Yeah.
animated in the Arthur style, which I've seen clips. I haven't watched that episode.
so good.
Are you? Wait, hang on. Are you drinking straight sake right now?
This is gonna be trouble, y'all.
This conversation is good.
I got water. I don't have shit to join you guys.
My Doma's Jack is so low now.
I could join you in another way, but
Oh, okay, you're drinking soju. Straight soju is what's happening.
Straight soju. Yeah. After work, I got I went to hit my my Thai joint, which is called the Thai joint. And they
What kind of ties do they have?
long, mostly long, small selection of skinny ties.
Okay.
But they had like just a little sign, green grape soju. I'm like, I've never had green grape soju.
Delicious.
So I bought one, and
It's just grape juice.
yeah, it's
So-
just juice.
and
at
it'll get you drunk.
13%.
Yeah,
Get
you
you
should go
drunk.
to H Mart and get all the soju. It's so cheap.
Yeah.
$2.99, $3.99 a bottle.
Yeah.
So that's going to be happening tonight. We'll see where we end up at the end. I did just have a full meal, so probably not like anniversary
I love
level
H-Mart.
drunk, but
Mhm. Yeah. Oh. I love
yeah,
Dark Arthur.
I've also never watched an Arthur.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
thought- I
like
thought this was a
so
new
you said-
show.
You said 91, so like yeah, I'm
96.
watching the Disney afternoon. No, I'm going back.
Oh, gotcha,
I'm
yeah.
moving past this art.
One more back.
But like 92, that's when the Batman series starts, and that's from here on out. I don't give a fuck.
It's all
know it.
Fox after that.
Yeah, it's like so like I skipped this whole thing. Like I didn't know what the fuck a Dora Explorer was until like 15 years
Okay.
ago.
Hang on. That is younger than me and Steph. Like,
Do you see the
No, I'm
cell
not-
phone?
What is
It's
she?
over here.
No, she's doing the Dora
That
thing.
happens
Oh,
in Dora
okay.
Explorer.
Dora
It
breaks
ha-
the fourth wall.
it happens in the
Yeah.
movie, and it's
Oh,
so
it's so
goddamn funny.
It's really funny.
I didn't know. I thought Steph literally was telling me, like, "Do you see my cell phone?" I was like,
Oh yeah,
yes.
no.
Why
That
do
was-
I care about your cell phone?
That was
Yeah.
straight up a genuine funny bit in the
Yeah.
Dora the Explorer movie.
That Dora movie is legit a fun time.
It is
funny.
really
It is
good.
fun. It's
It's
fun.
legit a fun time, and I would recommend if it's there for free, do it.
Yes, 100%.
Not to go back on your Thai conversation, but Scott found a Thai place last week. Where he told me about when we have not tried it yet, but it's called High on Thai.
I like
God,
that.
I hope they have like CBD seasonings,
I thought that name was very funny after you said yours. So I was like,
CBD sauce, a
Yeah.
little green parsley on top.
That'd be great. Chat.
I mean, like when did
Lord.
I don't know, because cartoons, like for me, like because Batman started, and then it was just like then you had like gargoyles,
Oh yeah.
and then
the
Like, shit
golden
like
the
that.
golden
So,
era
Fucking
of
Renaissance.
yeah.
So I started watching that stuff, and I was still watching like He-Man and G.I. Joe and Transformers and stuff because they would play that shit on reruns like all the time. When did Saturday morning cartoons stop?
I think they're
That's
still
not a
going.
thing anymore.
I think like in the mid-aughts.
Actually, yeah, that
I mean, they still play them, but it's not like
yeah. It's not like
it
an
was
event
like-
anymore.
it was.
And now-
He was a thing like Saturday
Yeah.
morning cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be
Yeah.
here from
All
8
through the
a.m.
90s.
until Solid Gold starts, and then you know it's time to leave. You know.
Time to go
Wow.
outside.
Yeah.
I think
Good
stream,
times.
I think somewhere in the aughts it goes away, and I think at this point streaming just put whatever nail in whatever coffin that it was already being buried in.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Steph, I got a great idea.
Mm.
Now this could be a podcast or a live show. This is what we do though. You and me, we watch Batman the Animated Series because it's gonna be your first time doing that.
So good.
And you get to
watch that.
experience like one of the best all-time best like animated shows.
Yeah,
It's good.
I have not watched that.
It gets a lot of praise, and trust me, I'm one of those people. I have tattoos with them, but like
No.
the good overtake the bad. But when it's a bad episode,
Oh yeah,
it's a
yeah,
real bad episode.
true.
like to the point where you're like, this is unfucking watchable. Like,
But
it's-
Yeah.
there will be episodes like if you actually like commit to this and watch them and get like invested, there will be episodes that will draw so many tears from your face. Like
I'm interested to watch Steph play the Batman games, having
Oh,
no
yeah,
knowledge
I
of
grabbed
what
that.
Batman
It's a
is.
deal.
Like, yeah.
The deal
She
right
knows
now on
what a
PlayStation.
Batman is.
Well, no, she knows
But-
what
but-
Batman is, but like she doesn't know like the full history
Yeah.
of things. So like,
yeah, because
when Poison Ivy comes out and says something, Steph will be like, "Oh, that's a mean green lady," but she's not gonna get what's going on.
yeah, and
you
also
know?
like the Arkhamverse is basically a continuation of the animated,
the animated
series.
series.
Like, and you know for sure if it's A, Kevin Conroy's there, and B, what's the name of the sorcerer that keeps on resurrecting himself? Ra's al Ghul. Thank you, Kevin Conroy. I hated that I called him Roz in the
Oh, no,
Nolan
it's
films.
fucking
I hated it so
stupid.
much.
I hate it, yeah.
His name is goddamn Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan does goddamn pretentious bullshit films. Ooh, I'm gonna make Batman boring.
See, now I don't know if I want Steph to watch the animated series first or play through Arkham first and then watch the animated series, or maybe both.
Look, she's not gonna
She
watch
can do
it.
both. You got
No,
something
I'm
to say,
gonna watch it with her, so
Oh, okay,
she
then she'll
so
watch
it
it.
forces her to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
dude?
I'm a social
okay.
watcher, so I
Do 'em-
like to watch with people because then I like to have conversations about it after.
Do both
Like it's different.
and open every Steph tries Batman with like a recap of the last like 2 episodes she watched.
Dude, that'd be so good. Steph, I think we have a YouTube series / Let's Play for you to do.
Cornbread, as much as Animaniacs was a forge in my early childhood, it is so pop culture
Oh
like
God, yeah,
stapled into that time.
yeah.
I don't think Steph's gonna get most of the
I-
references.
I
Like,
think
I
I think a lot of it would
remember
go over her head.
But then I ended up watching like other shows.
yeah.
I just remembered the fingerprints joke.
Yeah. Just like I don't know. I don't know. I just when people were watching cartoons, I was watching like, I don't know, Saved by the Bell and all the other weird shows that were on.
I mean, Saved by the Bell wasn't weird. It's
Well, like live action.
What,
I
man?
wasn't watching cartoons.
I don't
that's
know.
why.
I didn't watch Saved by the Bell. I don't want to watch white people and their problems.
I know. I was just going to say there was no people of color on there except like
Yeah.
the two,
Lisa-
like
Lisa
T-
Turtle.
Lisa,
Lisa
Landry.
and-
Wait,
Mario.
Lisa
Landry.
right?
That's
Shit.
from Smart Guy.
Oh fuck, that's
Her-
right. My
Her
bad.
name was Lisa Turtle, and her real name was
Lisa
Mark Voorhees.
Turtle.
Sorry,
I
sister,
always
sister,
thought that
not,
was so
not
fucking
Smart
That's
Guy.
what it was.
Her name was
Yeah, Lisa Turtle. Yep.
Yeah.
Lisa
I
Turtle.
remember that.
Turtle.
And
Yep.
Remember they
Mario
said, "Do the
Lopez, but that's
Lisa."
it. Like they had those.
Sometimes
Yeah,
there was
they
a,
met the quota.
sometimes
Speaking
there
of
was another
quotas.
black character who came onto the show to briefly date Lisa and then disappear again.
Not to
Yeah.
jump ship. Jordan, you broke my brain this morning when I watched that South Park episode at 6 this morning. It fucking broke my brain. Like I've been thinking about it all fucking day.
What y'all
Like it
talking
is
about?
significantly affected my afternoon. Like I was just it's like
No, like legit.
but that's
all right.
the joke, and I
Yes.
get that.
Yes.
But I felt so terrible.
It's like,
What's
wait, okay,
going
wait,
on?
hang on. Leland, should we explain what
yeah,
the
'cause
joke
they're
is?
not gonna watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no.
in South Park, season 25, episode 2, they reveal something about the character Tolkien. Now, as my brother and I were watching this episode, we had
Which
a
is
debate.
I wanted to be a fly on the wall of this conversation
Yeah.
so bad.
we had this debate because to me, Tolkien has always been spelled in my head. Oh, Tolkien, like J.R.R. Tolkien, the writer of Lord of the Rings. Because in me, I'm like, why would they name a black character Token Black? That's just way too on the nose. Now, the joke in South Park is that yes, Tolkien's name, he is named after J.R.R. Tolkien. This entire time, anyone who thought his name was Token Black, they're like, all right, that's kind of stupid. Why would his parents name him Token Black? Like, their last name is Black. They're going to name their child Token? Really? Why would they do that?
Because they have the same logic as the rest of the show.
Like, but like, honest to God, I've always thought his name was Tolkien with the L and the I, like J.R.R. Tolkien. Because, like, again, black character, why would you name him Token? Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I thought that was its own commentary.
And yes, like, Niall looked at me just like, am I the asshole? Like,
Well, that's the thing is Stan is the only one apparently
yeah.
that
Yeah.
thinks it's Token. And he asks everybody, he's just like, what's his name? They're like, oh, it's Tolkien. And you mean like the book? They're like, yeah. What did you think it was? And he's like, oh, nah. Like, when he goes to that doctor, the doctor's just like, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You should be killed. You're a piece of racist shit. It's just like, oh god.
And then when they did this, they put like the doctor, you're looking from Stan's perspective, so the doctor's looking directly at the camera.
Yeah.
You thought his name was Token, you piece of shit. Why would you think a black character's name is Token, you horrible piece of shit?
Now,
Like,
now, I want to know how many internet videos have already been made about like going back through all the audio.
oh,
Well, because like if you say Token, oh yeah, J.R.R. Tolkien. Do you hear the L?
yeah,
No?
but apparently we've been saying it wrong. It's actually supposed to be pronounced Tolkien.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tolkien.
But no
yeah.
one says it because we're American.
Yeah.
And also no
Fair.
one cares.
Yeah. But yeah,
Hey,
it's so funny.
No. Corm cares a lot. If we know anything about the Discord today, Corm cares a lot about the Lord of the Rings verse.
I do. Why did I miss something?
Oh yeah,
you missed a lot.
go to TV spoilers in Discord.
Oh,
In our Discord, free to everybody. Just hit us up on any of our social medias. We'll
So
we'll get you inside.
Okay, since we're on this little train, I'm gonna get us into a story. It might be funny. So I would like Steph and Jordan's perspective as the non-white people on the show.
Fuck me,
Okay.
I guess.
So, we have
We should have a segment for Ask a Minority.
No, it's not that kind of
Ooh.
thing. But like,
That's question number one on the list.
so okay, as you know, it's February. It's Black History Month. All of
Yes.
this. So
Shortest month of the year.
DC So DC Comics decided to put for Black History Month, they put like, I don't know what the term is, so anyway, hold on. So a customer of mine that I have mentioned to you guys before that comes in, he's the guy that like Jesus
You know what?
Christ.
That I'm gonna name that. I'm gonna make that into a segment now.
God damn it, Beck. So like this customer, I when he sends in his list to me, he writes like all the stuff up top, and then he goes, oh, also the black people shit, and then he writes all the like all the titles. He's a black guy. He's allowed. He tells me he's informed me that he's allowed
Okay, there
to
you
say
go.
this. Yeah. No. Like his name's Jared. He's a good guy. He's a good customer. When he comes in, he always wants to talk about the difference is between black comics and white comics. That's kind of his jam.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to write, like black comics for black creators and all that stuff. Like, so that's
Black
his
comics
jam.
walk like this, and white
What
comics, they walk like this.
this?
Okay, so so a couple weeks ago, because he comes in the store and he talks to Miami. You've all met Mike, and he talks to Mike about, because Mike is Cuban, so he always talks about like the race differences or whatever. They get into fun conversations. So
Why can't we call him Cuban Mike?
I don't know,
Cuban.
because he comes from Miami. I guess that was just what stuck. It's like, or we could just call him Mike. There's now only one.
No,
He's in Miami, Mike.
no,
So make a long
that'd be
story short,
offensive
which
to
is
gay Mike.
like he fucking listens. This story's already taken on too long. But anyway, so fast forward, Mike was like, oh, when there it is, Black Mike.
I remember when I asked him and he
I
didn't know
have
what
Black Mike.
to
Steph.
say because I was right next to Jordan. I was like, oh, so you're
So,
Black Mike?
Miami says, oh, he goes, when Jared gets here, he goes, I'm going to wish him happy Black History Month. I was like, I don't think that's something you wish people. He goes, why not? And I was like, I don't know. I don't have a particular reason why I don't think you should do it. It seems weird because I'm like, I'm not wishing you happy Hispanic Heritage Month. He's like, but you should. I was like, all right. Well, then I guess when that comes around, FY September 15th to October 15th,
wow.
couldn't even give them a full month. They had to do 2 halves. Like,
No, they're not real people. Go on.
fuck, this is gonna get so crazy in about 10
Jordan
seconds.
out here
All right.
himself being all
Okay.
invulnerable because it's his month.
So, so Jared walks in, and Mike turns around and goes, "Hey, Jared, happy Black History Month." And Jared goes, "Hey, thanks, man." And then they start talking about comics, and they bum off
Yeah.
for a few minutes. And then as Jared's buying his books, he noticed on the one of the comics that's one of the Black centric character comics, they put, I'm gonna say African colors because I don't know, because for it says at the top, Happy Black History Month.
Oh,
But
and
what
then there was
flag
just
would you
colors.
use? And this is
Oh.
Jared's point. This is
Yeah.
where he goes. Jared goes, what flag is this? He goes, Africa doesn't have a flag.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, so what country is this? Just because you slap some yellow and black and orange on there, am I supposed to feel good that you you gave the one character one Black History Month? And Mike was like, yeah, that's right. That is weird. Like, they didn't do it company wide. So not every comic is celebrating Black History Month, just the ones that are Black characters. And to Jared's point was like, so you don't want to put one on this book, even though this is a Black creator and Black artist writing a white character, because, oh no, we don't want that. But we want to put it on, the Black Batman book who's written by like not a Black guy. And I was like, okay. So he was getting kind of heated, but he was very funny about it. Like, he was making solid points. He's not
Yeah.
wrong. And then like Mike brought up, he goes, yeah, for, Hispanic heritage, it's not like they're going to slap, the Mexican flag on the top of the Green Lantern book because it may have Jessica Cruz in it that 1 month.
Yeah.
Because that's what they did. They slapped the Black, again, I don't know, the Black heritage colors, we'll call it that, because they don't know what to say. Because even Jared was like, I don't know what to call this.
Yeah.
It was
I
like,
mean,
all right.
Xbox updated their colors to what? Black, red, and green, because that's African colors, I guess.
Okay, and maybe that's the colors they're using, and because I can't see some of those, I don't know. But like, to his point, there was like, what country is this? Like, he goes,
Yeah.
I'm African American. He goes,
Yeah.
this should be an American flag. I was like, ooh, I'm not going to touch any of this because I literally do not know. I have no stake in this argument, but I'm enjoying hearing your view on it. Oh, this gets better. So he's just like, all right, cool. He buys his stuff. He's like, all right. He's like, he looks at all of us. He says, "Assalamu alaikum," and he fucks off. And we were like, cool. It's like, because he's a really fun guy. So about 10 minutes go by, the phone rings, and I see it's his name on the phone. And I'm like, so I pick up, I'm like, Jared, did you forget something? He goes, no, you know what? Fuck DC Comics, man. He goes on for another 10 minutes about how this is just not right. So like, he just goes on about like, he's like, what? So I am Batman because it's written by this one guy and he's a Black Batman. He gets the thing, but like, and then, so Mike comes in the following week and picks up the current issue of Nubia,
Yeah.
who has the colors on there. Jordan, you'll see it when I send it to you this next month. You'll see the little colors on it.
Thank you.
And Mike goes, "Is Nubia African?" And I was like, "I believe so, but I mean, she's African, I think, by birth, but she's also supposed to have molded by clay because she's Wonder Woman's sister. So, yeah."
She's Amazonian, and they just dyed her black. Zeus dyed her black.
So Mike takes.
He might have
like
used
a
too
white
much
guy.
electricity
so Mike takes
because she's burnt.
God damn it. So Mike takes a photograph of the Nubia cover and he sends it to Jared. And Jared sends back this email. It was like, "No, he's not wrong." He has a couple more funny things and then sends it back to me. And then I get an email that goes, "Oh, FYI, fuck Mike."
Oh no.
So tomorrow will be an interesting afternoon when Jared comes in because he hasn't been there for a couple weeks and he's got a stack and I know he's
due.
And this is his thing. Like, he's even called me again to be like, "They still being racist over at DC?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
It's incredibly fucked up.
it is.
But
It's-
here's the thing. Again, to his point, I keep saying that, but to his point, though, it's like, he's like, if you're going to do it full tilt. Have every cover have
every single one.
Marvel didn't even bother. They just did Black History Month variants of all black characters.
Good.
For every book?
No, for the ones that sell, yeah, come on now. They're not going to give it to Deadpool. No one's buying that fucking book. But, they did it for Captain Marvel because there is a black Captain Marvel who's now going to be in a movie. So they're like, boom, we can pimp that out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask Jared tomorrow what his thoughts are on that because he asked me straight. He's just like, "What'd Marvel do?" And I'm like, "Well, nothing right now." He's just like, but... So Green Lantern got the African colors on there, but only because Jon Stewart was on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
He may not have been in the book. I don't read Green Lantern. But Nubia and the I Am Batman, and then of course the Milestone comics, which are all black-centric characters anyway.
Yeah.
Which were all just recently canceled. So it's like, what are you doing? Like,
I mean, they're black centric, so
But I found this to be humorous, but also very much like, "Oh yeah, you're not wrong. Like I can't burst your bubble because you are 100% right. Like if you're gonna do it full tilt. Don't do it half.
Yeah.
But and that was because that was to what Mike was like. He's like, "Do they do it for Hispanic Heritage Month? No. Do they do it for Asian Month? I don't remember which month is Asian Heritage Month. But they do one. And then like in June, they only put the rainbow on the specific characters that are actually a part of the LGBTQ community." And he's just kind of like, he goes, "If you want to do celebrations, celebrate everybody, not just the one title that may have that one Filipino character or that one Asian character or Native American." You know what I mean?
It's like now it just feels like tokenism.
Man,
like
thank you, Corm. Yeah.
It's called Black History Month, not African History Month. So instead of using Rasta colors as Rovi pointed out, why not have the American flag with a do-rag on it? That's black people, like.
Yeah, it's just weird because I had to I Google searched just to see what I would get.
Or just Photoshop a basketball in everyone's hands. Just I want to see Sam Captain America, Falcon America, like sweet dunk, and he's
dunking
just
from the half point of the court.
Yeah, he has his wings out and everything.
Okay, so that's what they did.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Rasta
that's
colors.
Rasta
Okay,
colors.
that's the colors. Yeah.
Which is ignorant.
Yep.
And then,
Entirely ignorant.
And then Marvel did this one, celebrating Black History Month with all-star creators. So this whole book is black creators, black artists writing black characters, and they did the legacy, and you got all of them on the cover.
That's good.
I sold out of this book.
Yeah.
Because people wanted to read it. The one that I sold out of the most was the Pacific Island / Asian one. Like the community, the Filipino community came out in droves to get that book.
That's what Filipinos do. Anything that's vaguely Filipino, we will come out and support it. What?
Yeah.
Dave Bautista is Filipino? Oh, we gotta watch Guardians of the Galaxy now. Like,
He's Filipino?
yeah,
Oh.
he has a
That's
Filipino
good for him.
flag on his arm.
Yeah.
Wow, every time I see him with his arms, that's all that crap from Guardians.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Well, you're not watching I Spy?
The movie that took 14 years to come out.
I swear, those trailers were like, I think I mentioned this one time. I was at the movies and I was just like, oh, look, it's this movie. And it's like, it still hasn't come out yet. And I
Is
was
it
like,
the
I
one with
swear
the
we
kid?
saw this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
The one where he
Yeah.
dabs.
What about
Yes.
Stuber?
Yeah, remember Stuber?
I
Oh, I
remember
watched
it was a
that.
thing.
I did watch that.
It was okay.
It was fine.
It was
That's
not
what I
okay.
was told. That's why I
Yeah.
think I didn't watch
Don't be
it.
generous.
Yeah.
Steph.
It was fine.
Steph.
Hi.
You went and saw a movie.
I
in
watched
in
a
the
movie.
D-Box thing.
In the 4DX experience,
You sure did, Steph.
I had a lot of fun. But I could also see where it would be too much for people. Like,
Okay, wait,
Oh, I won't
like
do it.
it'll get real old real fast for some people because it's like I had a great time. I was laughing and I had the whole row to myself. Like, actually there was only like me and some other dude in our whole row, but like my section, it's like six seats. Like, it just kind of looks like a in the theater, walking up to the seat, it kind of looks like those like 4D rides or shows that they have at theme parks.
Mhm.
Like, where it looks like you're coming into a theater and stuff. So there was an option for water on and off. I wanted the full experience, so I put water on.
Don't you chicken out, girl.
Yeah.
So wait, so like every time Tom Holland drove into water would come up?
You would get like a mist that would just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they do the mist during his very intense workout scene that was very on purpose but very unnecessary?
So
No. No.
They have
I know what you're
him-
talking about.
They do
but
multiple.
No.
They do about 3 different shots of Tom Holland shirtless, like doing hardcore, like
Mm.
running up walls and doing rope
Y'all
stuff
heard that,
to
right?
validate when he parkours later in the movie, where you're like, oh yeah, he's skills. He climbed that rope earlier in the.
Oh,
flick.
Yeah.
is he doing that
He's so
bar thing that Arrow
acrobatic.
did?
Oh no, better. He's doing weird. Like they haven't implied that his bed is up in a loft and he has to climb up.
Yeah. And he has to climb up to go to it, and it's just like, I don't know. I had a lot of fun.
That's unnecessary.
I'll tell you. Okay, I
That's
wanted.
little boy shit.
Like, it
I
was
wanted-
training for real. I was like,
I've
what?
I've heard nothing good about this movie. I knew customers who worked on it and they were like, this was one of the most miserable experiences of my career. Like they were
Yeah.
just like, this movie was so terrible. About 20 minutes in, I was like, am I having a good time? And by the end of the movie, I was like, this movie is fucking great. It's a good time. It's entertaining. It's a great adventure film. Is it a good
Yeah.
Uncharted film?
No. I can tell you it's not a good Uncharted film by just watching the trailer. Because you see, like, you see one of the big set pieces from Uncharted 3, which
Yeah.
doesn't happen when Nate is a young man. Like,
Oh no, it's like they
Yeah.
bring in shit from Uncharted 4. Like
yes,
it's
yeah,
so
Oh,
the
yeah,
kid
yeah,
with the,
yeah,
with-
yeah.
where
It's
he finds
all
the ship.
Uncharted.
Yeah, it's like all
Oh.
Uncharted.
Yeah.
But it
Like-
was, I had such a fun time.
How
It's
how
like-
It
long
was
is it?
great.
It's like under 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
No,
hour
I'm
40.
telling you,
Yeah.
it's fucking entertaining. Like I
Yeah.
had a really good time.
Yeah,
But
it
the
was
problem with
really
the movie,
good.
actually, it is a good Uncharted movie. What's problematic is those two people are so miscast that's what makes it not an Uncharted movie.
Okay.
I
Like,
am
if it was
fine.
anybody else.
I'm fine with Tom Holland as a young Nathan Drake. I am
Sure.
not fine with Mark Wahlberg as Sully
No,
because
no.
man is not Sully in any way at all.
Nah, he's fucking
Yeah.
a joke. He's a joke in this movie. Did you get the
Yeah.
trailer, Steph, for his
Mm.
new Marky Mark's I Want an Oscar movie where he plays a guy that gets injured and becomes a priest and he slowly his body's failing him, and by the end of the trailer he's got like prosthetics and he can barely walk and talk, and he's sitting there and I was like, this is your Oscar piece. This is the I want an Oscar so bad that I'm doing this movie.
Is
Would
it
you-
based on a true story?
It's based on a true story. It's called
don't think
Father
I-
Stew.
No, I don't think I saw
Like
that trailer.
STEW? Like why is it?
STU. That's,
Why-
I
Why are
guess
you
the guys,
saying it?
because I don't like the name Stu.
Okay.
That's how I say it.
Come, try my father's stew.
Oh, then
Why-
he wouldn't like Rugrats. His name was Stu.
Stew
yeah.
Pickles.
But at
Stu
least
Pickles.
it's STU.
Yeah.
No, true.
No, I mean the movie. It was one of those you're like, oh, this is just Oscar bait, and then
Yeah.
and it's full of like Academy
not gonna
Award
work.
winners and nominations and all this stuff, and then it goes at the end and Oscar winner Mel Gibson, and I was like, ooh,
Mm.
Oof.
and then they show him, and I'm like, god damn, you're so good. It's upsetting. You're fucking a monster.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know how you get
Terrible.
around that? You just don't watch it at all. Just don't
I'm not
watch
gonna watch
anything he
that piece
does.
of shit. You know my
Yeah.
thing. I don't like watching people act like handy capable people. I
That's
find
fair.
it to be
Yeah.
insultive, no matter the good intention behind it.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like Marky Mark starts to do a voice at one point towards the end of the movie, and I was like, I don't need to watch that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's like that Sean Penn movie, I Am Sam, where you're like, oh, you're doing the voice.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
I have not seen that. All I can think of is that one
Tropic
movie
Thunder.
no, the one movie made by Sia, where she has
Oh.
where they have a girl who does not have Down syndrome play a girl with Down
Play a girl
syndrome,
with Down syndrome.
and she does
Yeah.
the voice and she like does facial expressions. It's just like, bro, this ain't it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of heat on that one.
Remember the other sister?
Which one's
Is
that?
it was
I
like a
remember
weird
the other
romantic.
Olin sister.
No,
I
it
remember
was,
Tale of Two Sisters.
It was a romantic comedy
I
from like
rented that
the
once.
late '90s, and it was Juliette Lewis and Giovanni Ribisi are both handy capable people who fall in love, and it's their story. But it's two people.
You mean Benny and June?
It's Benny and June, but with the voice instead of like quirkiness.
No.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey Hollywood, just don't do the voice. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
if they're not actually like handicapped or like any way like that, just don't do the voice. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
just don't.
Yes,
least-
Scott, you have something to say.
He has very much something to say.
Oh, yeah,
He's had something to say since the beginning. God damn it.
Okay,
I don't
everybody,
care.
the thing that Scott had to say, I will repeat now for the consideration of the podcast audience.
Then can you explain it to me?
Remind me,
What?
chat, to make a sound alert that says boo.
Riff_55. That's Riff with 2 F's
You're getting called out.
on Twitch and Instagram. Says, when I moved into my igloo, my friends threw me a housewarming party.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Now I'm homeless.
I'm homeless.
He insisted upon
he
this
had to tell.
podcast
Yeah.
for that.
We get it. You follow Stand Up T-Rex.
I think we all do
I
at
do
this
too.
point.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
do
a
too.
great
It's
account.
great.
It's a really
We
good
all
account.
It's
Scott
great.
here adding content to the show.
Um, but Steph, you like the movie though?
Yeah. I want to watch it again, but not with the distraction.
Oh,
of the 4DX experience.
Yeah, because okay, explaining 4DX, like if you look at the picture, it says like apparently you can smell scent.
Smell-o-vision, yeah.
Like there's smells you can smell. When
Imagine
there's
watching Jackass in
lightning-
that.
Yeah, if there's no. If there's like lightning or
Yeah, there'll be
like
flashing lights.
yeah, lightning, there'll be
They
flashing
electrocute you.
lights.
Yeah.
Like they have like the theatrical lights in there, like on the sides of the
A man comes out
walls?
with a taser. Oh.
there was a
I really
part
should do
where
this.
like there was a part where like the exhaust of some car had like the smog, and then there was like fog creeping to the side of like
Yeah.
the screen, and
It's
I
cool.
was like, whoa, what is
It's-
this?
It's like Star Tours, but you're watching a movie, like a full length
Yeah.
movie. That's
The thing is,
but there's also extra stuff happening. Like
there
Soaring
was
California.
see, I only grabbed it because there was like a Regal day where it went down to 12, and I was like, fuck
Oh,
it,
yeah.
I'll watch it.
For
like,
$12, totally.
I will
Yeah, yeah.
watch it just to experience this. And it just seemed like a fun movie to watch it in because it's an adventure movie.
And
So
don't bring
like I
popcorn.
could imagine that as a I didn't understand like as I got to my seat, I was like, do people eat watching this?
Yes.
And then I found some dude with the biggest freaking cup of popcorn and I was just like, how? Because like when I like during some parts like there was a scene like I think it was like a car chase and then it was just like your seat will like straight up like move.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was
As
just
though
like,
you're in
oh,
the car.
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you have the option
whoa.
to shut off the movement and just
No.
have all the other
Nope.
stuff? Oh.
No.
Nope.
Yeah,
You
so
have
then
to be in a
there's
moving
that.
seat.
You signed
Um,
up for 4D, you're getting 4D.
Yeah.
Fighting scenes, you get like punched in the back
Yeah.
with
Like,
the things.
Oh
yeah,
my
Not really
God.
hard.
it's like it's massaging your back a little bit.
Yeah. So it's like you can
Oh my
totally
God,
tell
alright.
it's like a 1,
I
2,
have to
3,
do
4,
this.
5, 6 like panel because like when they take hits, you just feel it like you know, and then
Anthony, go do this. I want a full report next week.
yes.
I don't
and
want to
then-
see Uncharted though.
You
There's-
should. It's fun.
Eh, I don't give a shit about it.
You don't have to
yeah,
give a shit about it. It's just an
It's
action
okay.
movie.
They didn't either. So you're okay.
I
Jordan
really
asked, Jordan
I was
asked
gonna
me
say,
like, "Oh, did you? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no.
It's 'cause
You
he
go ahead and
said
finish.
that.
You finish
Oh.
stuff.
No, Jordan told me like, "Oh, did you bring Dramamine?" And I was like, "I mean, I have it, but I didn't take it. But I also
Is that really
didn't need
recommended?
it. No,
I'd like to
no.
point
I didn't
out
need
that
it.
Steph, you bring Dramamine wherever you go.
Yeah, it's in my purse.
She's always
I
ready.
have it in case of emergencies. Some
Steph,
really
don't-
bad
don't you mean your
traffic can fuck
backpack?
me up. Yeah.
Yep, her backpack. She
Backpack.
her creed comes from, you know, a pimping legend, sugar free. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah. Like you'd be surprised at how much like, oh, you need something? I got you. It's been a joke, like with friends. Like, oh, ask Steph, she might have it. And it's just
It's
like,
true.
Steph, do you have Tylenol? I actually do. Here you go. You want to stick a gum? Here you go. Like
Yeah,
I just
whenever
you know.
we're out in the wild, I'm like, Steph, do you have some light ion? She's like, oh yeah, here you go. I got some in here. And it's always in the same like Aveeno
Oh,
like
yeah,
thing that's
I have
always
special
empty. You have
compartments.
to like squeeze the
Hey,
life out of
shut
it.
up. It's like use a lot of it. No, but another thing that happens is like on some scenes, because like obviously there are some parts where like there's no need for movement at all, but it does this like ambient sway, like
'Cause they're
let's say
moving.
it's like yeah, like let's say it's panning
'Cause-
in the room and it's like zooming closer to something. I had to think for a second because I felt like I was moving, but I was looking at the chair in front of me and you could see it like
Yeah.
slowly wave shifting, like you're just like I don't
Yeah,
know,
'cause,
it's
like-
weird like
Because
wave.
because like the seat is basically following the camera. So whatever the camera's doing,
Yeah.
that's what you're feeling for the most part.
yeah.
I'm getting sick just hearing you talk about it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, this is like, just think of one of those like theme park like 4D shows, but those only last like what 15 minutes tops.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
sat
thing,
for
it's
an
like-
hour and 40 minutes watching this movie. So
Yeah,
it's
like I can handle
whoa.
a theme park show's like 10 minutes, 15. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're good.
I'll do this for Batman.
Ooh, that'd be an interesting movie to
That'd
do
be
it
a
for.
fun
But
one.
that's a very long.
Do
I did
when it
Eternals
gets-
with
when
that.
it gets
Jordan
real
watched it in
boring, does the
Eternals.
seat lay down so you can fall asleep with the boredom of the movie?
God, Leland already hating on the Batman.
I have to keep it real low because
You know what?
so I can enjoy it.
He's trying to bring it down for the rest of us.
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying,
No.
like, I just they've not made a good Batman movie. I'm saying it. That's it. That's my secret.
Mm.
I
want-
dislike them all. There are moments, but I don't think a good one has happened for me yet.
I wanted to say
No.
that I've really laughed at the articles I saw like Sunday night and Monday about Uncharted being the highest grossing video game movie since Sonic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yep.
you mean during the pandemic?
Yes.
Pandemic.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
also
yep.
like
You need to calm the fuck
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
like I saw several different websites like Screen Rant and others like with the same message across.
Yeah. I agree with Scott because I have no idea what the fuck Cornbread said.
I see the barf part,
Like,
but I don't
okay,
know what the
like-
yard part.
Oh, I don't know what a banner grade is.
Yeah, because she's talking about like taking Dramamine, how it doesn't work on her, and she goes, "I popped like 5 of those suckers before going down Banner Grade into San Felipe, and I still yarfed, and none of it makes fucking sense to me."
Yeah, I don't,
I'm
I
only the
don't know.
banner grade is the only thing that I don't get.
I don't know
I
what
know
a
San
yard.
Felipe, the Italian restaurant.
Essentially, I guess it's a big
Oh, past
windy mountain
Julian.
road into a big wide valley on the way to Salton Sea.
Oh.
Oh, I still want to go. I want to go
Salton
to
Sea?
the Salton Sea. Yeah, and I want to see the sand dunes.
The hell is that?
You
It's
you
weird.
see it?
It's where Tatooine is.
I've seen it.
Or I've seen it on the. I saw it on the flight from Vegas to San Diego. Like you can see just the dunes, and then you see the Salton Sea, and I was like, "Whoa!"
that,
thing is a
that was the best face you've ever made on this. That face was the bitch.
Are you sure those were the right ones, Steph?
Yeah, because I actually checked maps and looked exactly where I was, and I was like, "This is indeed the dunes and the Salton Sea."
Okay.
Yeah, I can show you. It looks dope. I took pictures.
So Jordan, how is Zero Dawn Horizon?
Horizon Forbidden West is a very, very gorgeous and fun game.
Oh,
boy. So basically, like, for the most part, the complaints that people had about Zero Dawn, like, you know, terrible melee combat, the climbing is weird and only in specific areas, they've changed that. Now you can climb a lot of things.
Right on.
As there's a rock wall right there. Let's just start climbing that thing. I do recommend, if you're going to play Horizon Forbidden West, to turn on climbing annotations. So basically, as you're running around, you'll just see a bunch of like yellow markings on walls. That means you can climb that.
Oh, that makes it easier.
Yeah, it just makes it way easier than like things that have red X's means you can't climb it. So, you know,
Yeah.
like visually, it just makes it easier.
I think that would be helpful.
Yeah, and melee combat is actually fun now in Horizon. Like, because me personally, the way I play, I like to go in melee, especially if something gets close to me, because you're gonna have to.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, now they actually made melee like kind of worth it, and you actually have a combo to do, so it's like cool, you know.
You get disadvantage when you attack with a ranged weapon in melee.
It's true. One of my favorite things to do is
Thanks for backing me up, Leland.
He kept talking.
I'm talking about that 5 seconds of silence.
I was expecting Lynn to chime in. I was like, all right. One of my favorite things to do is.
I'm sorry I failed you.
Over here eating shit hard.
Why is eating shit make him hard? Anyway, so as I, what I like to do now is I do the melee combo, and then there's a thing I got that lets me kick off of people. So I do the combo, kick off of them, then I shoot them in the face with an arrow, and they die, and it's great. It feels so good.
I am enjoying the
Immortals
game.
Phoenix Rising.
Immortals.
I keep wanting to say Finnick Shan. That's not her name.
I like that one.
I hope
Steph-
she's in the new Star Wars game.
Yeah, Fennec
That's
Shand
playable
is a
character.
character in
I don't like
the
this.
in the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So that's who
But I-
Fennec Shand is.
Okay.
The Phoenix game is good. My only criticism is I do not like that her main attack is a trigger.
Yeah.
I would prefer it to be on the D-pad area, and
Yeah.
I can see that I could change it all.
Yeah.
No, that will be so complicated for me to try to remember things. I was like, no, I'll just get used to this. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like if I'm not actually shooting someone, I don't think it should be a trigger button. It should always just be like the X.
Oh yeah.
To me, that's just like, oh, why
Yeah.
would you make it so complicated? But it's a good game. It's like God of War Light, and I enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, if you like Greek mythology and you
it's
like,
steeped in that shit.
oh yeah, it's they pull some deep, like deep Greek mythology, like out, and it's so good.
And I like the animations very much like Overwatch in that weird kind of like smooth blockiness, but it's very. I like it. I'm enjoying
Still
it.
very animated looking.
Yeah, but I dig it, and the voices are. I did not know you get to make either a male or female, so I sat there for 10 minutes trying to figure out what I wanted to be, and then Jordan was like, "I'm a chick." I was like, "I'll be a chick too." So I made myself a badass redhead with like war paint across her face. And shit.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
in my mind, she's an Amazonian.
You know what? Fair.
There you go.
They're also Greek in DC, at least.
They are Greek, yes.
But yeah, like Immortal Phoenix Rising, it's super fun. It's like you just hop in, you could just go and like do the puzzles or just go on and fight things. Just just do what you want. Like it is very much a collectathon Ubisoft game. That's what it is. Like and they very much lean into it. But I mean, it's fun. Like it's a nice thing.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's a really good time.
I haven't opened it yet. It's still wrapped in cellophane.
So you're treating it exactly like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Got it.
I've been playing.
Damn.
Wow.
Aw.
I gave you my copy of Breath of the Wild because I know if there's anything you know about Steph, it's that she's a huge Zelda fan. So much so that she has literally 2 Zelda-inspired tattoos on her body.
Yeah.
And then she played Breath of the Wild for like 2 hours and just stopped.
I was playing on the Wii U. And then I just got, I wasted at least 4 hours just cooking. Like, I didn't even leave the plateau. I just cooked. That's all I did.
Which means you never left the prologue.
Yeah. It was just, And then I kept trying to fish by throwing bombs. And yeah,
Just like
there
the
was.
South.
I know I got stuck. I'm stuck at one of the puzzles. I know for a fact I was stuck at one of the puzzles. But yeah, I'll get back to there. I mean, like right now I'm playing Final Fantasy finally. I could put that down and then.
How dare you insult me further?
Okay? I can't win.
You're already playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, a game that I've told you multiple times is one half of my favorite game of all time. And you're like, let's put this down. Why would you insult me further? It's a copy of the game I gave you.
Steph, even I finished that one.
I'm on chapter 3. I've been playing since Saturday.
And I had
It's been fun.
I enjoyed that game, and what I loved most about it was when we would come here and I would ask Jordan questions.
I remember. I'm playing. It'll be great.
Let's see, chapter 3. So that means you are hanging out with
Tifa?
I'm just now doing a mission. With,
it's the second reactor.
Yeah,
in chapter 3.
I did all the quests around the
So Steph is with Tifa and Barrett.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing a secret mission.
Oh, with the thirsty girl. Fuck, what's her name?
Thirsty?
Yes, the girl that's extremely thirsty. Jessie.
red
There we
hair.
go.
Oh.
Yes, Jessie.
Okay.
Because
Jessie.
She has like a red headband.
Yeah, she's in Avalanche. She's the one girl in Avalanche besides Tifa, and she has it hard for Cloud.
Oh. Okay, so that's the vibe I'm getting. I was like, she's kind of interested, but I'm not sure.
What do you mean, kinda? She's outwardly interested.
I just thought she was being friendly.
Super friendly.
Oh yeah, her name is Jessie Raspberry.
Yes, Jessie Raspberry.
That is a
Raspberry.
stripper name if I've ever heard one.
Jessie Raspberry.
Oh, first one. People ask, is Jessie in love with Cloud?
Yes.
What was the answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, again, have you met her? Like,
I don't know. I just
Well,
thought,
Steph thinks she's just being very friendly.
well, Steph, what's you would be outwardly flirting then, if that's just friendly?
I don't know. I haven't flirted in a very long time. I don't know how that works anymore.
I've lost the definition between the two. I played Borderlands 3 and beat it over the last 2
know.
weeks.
You beat a game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Y'all making fun of me for like, ooh, Anthony beat a game.
You're not known for that.
I'm not known for playing them in the first place.
Well, that's big
But the ones I've
accomplishment.
played, I've beat most of them.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I was like, wow. And it's a great game.
Yeah,
And I'm
it's-
sure you
it's-
got a
it's
good
It was
laugh.
a lot of fun. I enjoyed it
A lot of
bunch.
laughs from it, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
it was
you
a
know
good
what
time.
a lot of the guns we're referencing.
I was changing guns so often.
You
I
Borderlands
do.
stopped
3.
paying attention. I stopped paying attention to the names.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
That's
some
Borderlands.
of them I saw. I'm like, that's fun. But like at least every level, I'm switching guns out. Like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
honestly
Yeah.
giving way too many guns.
Are
Yeah.
you switching out because you run out of ammo, or
No,
you're just-
because there are
You
so
accumulate
many.
So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
pick up a lot.
There are so many that like there's constantly a new weapon. Like every time you level, you've already got a new gun that is
Like,
just
ready to go,
waiting
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then, like, it eventually comes down to the point of like, what kind of gun do you like? And then you just
Yeah.
go with those guns.
Well, I mean, look at Red Dead. Every time we get on our horses, people who don't put their guns in their that box at your camp, you're just filtering through just all the guns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I was like in Red Dead. I always keep just my my revolvers, and then I have like maybe 4 different long guns I switch
Yeah.
between.
The only thing I knew for sure with the weapons was if it was a Children of Vault or
Yeah.
Children of the Vault weapon, it was
Yeah.
trash.
Yep, doesn't reload.
Oh. Yeah.
It just overheats eventually. Like there are some good ones.
Fuck
Like
that.
yeah, it's just
Not even
they're-
worth doing the work.
Yeah, they're just not fun to use. I don't like SUV guns.
No.
Yeah, like I preferred Jacobs just because they're
Yeah.
revolvers and like
brand.
lever action rifles. Like
Those were some of my favorites.
yeah, they're just fun to use.
And I like those too. They were fun.
Yeah.
I like doing that whole storyline.
Yeah, it's a good story.
I think it was one of the best ones.
Yeah, like if you were a fan of Borderlands 2, yeah, you lose one of the cast members in the story.
Yeah, should I go backwards now and play like 2 and 1?
You don't need to because you will feel the age on those games.
Oh, yeah.
Granted,
Okay.
2 has the better story, but the quality of life changes that they made in 3 make it not worth going back to 2.
Yeah, that's why like you were that's why like you told me to go to 3 was for those reasons. Leland,
Yep.
do you need a minute?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, because
Okay.
we can hear you.
Yeah, we can totally hear you.
Sorry, I'm working.
Should be working on this.
I didn't think I could be hurt. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
every time the crinkle happened and you looked at the camera, we all heard it.
Well, I was looking at the line to see if it would pop up on the thing, and it wasn't. So
Yeah.
that's why I was like, oh, I'm
Because
good.
you were done already when you looked.
I googled a
The fuck are you doing? What were you opening, Leland?
I was tearing off tape.
Jesus Christ.
It sounded like one of those cheap like sparking toys.
No.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to. All right, question.
Yeah, let's get into the question.
1
Well-
through 60.
While we're waiting for a number to pop up, I would like to say I'm
Try
very
to stick
looking
with the 30s. They're all good questions.
Ugh.
Rovi.
I ain't doing number 1.
Yeah, while we're waiting for a legitimate number, I'd just like to say Street Fighter 6. I'm excited for it. Has a terrible logo that can be found on the Adobe stock photo website, which is very funny to me.
What, they're
But
doing another one?
yeah, Street Fighter 6.
Is it out?
No, they like just announced it
Oh,
because the Capcom Pro Tour just ended on Sunday, and then right when
this'll-
yeah.
no, and this will be available to play in 2025.
Oh, we have no idea.
So yes,
We're gonna get more info in summer of 2022.
Sorry.
They have been working on Street Fighter 6 since it's been like 2 or 3 years at this point. So like, I feel like it's imminent. Like probably in the summer we'll actually get the release date. and I'm gonna say it's probably going to be next year around June, because Evo's like in July. So, and
Makes sense.
and Street Fighter tends to come out around a month or two before Evo, because it's Street Fighter and it's Evo. So, which is the largest video game fighting game tournament in the world.
How often is a Street Fighter game coming out?
Not often.
I feel like, oh,
Okay, you kind
I just
of
feel
made
like
it
there's
sound
so
for a
many Street
second
Fighters.
like there'd been several over the last several years.
Well, okay, so by the way, we're still waiting for a number, guys. 1 through 60.
1 to 60.
68.
I mean, Revi did say number 1. I mean, we could make it fun.
There, like, no matter what we do, jokes will arrive.
I mean,
But-
I just don't know.
I also, it is kind of a weird question because
It is a very weird question.
because
When-
I don't want to ask any of these questions, and nor do I want anyone to ask me.
and like it kind of assumes that Steph and I are like a monolith or like a spokesperson for our races. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I also don't want to have you like, Jordan, please give me the information of your people. Like, that seems weird. You know?
Jordan, why do black people like fried chicken and watermelon? Because it's good.
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
Like, I've asked a question to like one of my coworkers when I worked at Jamba Juice, because I was just curious what breakfast looks like to her, and she was like, or not breakfast, like what she eats normally, and she was just like, sometimes in the morning I have, some potatoes, and sometimes we use a wok, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. She was white, and I was like, I was like a wok, like the walk, and she's like, yeah, and I was like, oh, good for you.
Good for you.
What kind of I mean, hey man, I made mistakes way back when where I would ask because I was just curious and I would ask.
I mean, like, what is Jordan gonna say to like me and Anthony? So when you use the fork to spin your pasta, do you go counterclockwise or?
Do you really use a spoon, or is that just a thing we see on TV?
Do you guys really drink milk and orange juice with every meal like they show in movies?
Yeah, that sounds
Like
like,
in
it would
every
upset
breakfast
my
commercial?
stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many things on the table.
No, you should not be drinking orange juice and milk together. They curdle.
Yeah, and you'll get a stomachache. And why is it in every movie the dad always walks in, takes one bite of his toast, and then leaves? Like,
Yeah.
you still have a full ass meal, a full plate there, and like he didn't bring any
Your
of it with
wife
you.
made a fucking meal. You
Like you knew it was
disrespect
gonna
her.
be there. You know what time you have to go to work. Get down
Disrespectful
earlier and
with
eat. Like,
Stop being a monster.
Let me see this.
guys, a
That's-
number
that's the
between
same-
1 and 60.
I was just waiting until Revi counted down to 60.
I'm gonna.
I
I think I made a random number thing.
number 60.
Yeah. I
That
think the command's different. Doesn't matter.
that commercial dad, who just like takes the toast and leaves. I guarantee that's the same. That's the same dad that like also complains about his wife all the time. Like makes like my wife jokes and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you should not have like. I mean, really, that guy should not marry. Period. But he certainly should not be married to that angel of a woman who's making fucking pancakes every morning.
For him and their 2 children.
And their 2.5 children.
Yeah. The baby doesn't count as a full one yet.
No. It's a Maggie. It's perpetually a baby.
Also, my bad, Rova, if we were saying 68. It was 1 through 60, right? That's what it is.
Okay. Anthony, I'm gonna ask you not to be immediately dirty.
Okay.
So wait a little bit.
Wait a little bit. What would you do if you woke up?
Dicks.
I don't know what you said. So
He said dick.
He said dicks.
What would you do if you woke up and mouth?
Wow, you cut out so bad right there.
Damn it.
Yeah.
What would you do if you woke up and there was a mouth on your hand?
I would probably jerk my hand back.
Steph,
Jesus
force of
Christ.
words.
Oh, I would probably jerk my hand. Oh no. I fucked up. Sorry, guys. My bad. I was the one who was making mistakes. You told Anthony not to be dirty, and boy, did I fuck up. Sorry, I would immediately take my hand away from said mouth.
It depends on what mouth it is, whose mouth it is.
I don't know. Waking up to your hand in somebody's mouth sounds alarming to me.
I mean, it's not somebody's. It's just a mouth. I mean, it could just be
just
like,
lips.
it could just be a mouth on your hand that suddenly talk. I don't know what. I'm just Yes, down in front, Anthony with the LoRC podcast.
Yes, Anthony, who will not be foul-mouthed.
For a bit.
For a bit. Okay, so I have permission to do it later. Does the mouth speak a la Vampire Hunter D?
See,
I haven't thought that far in the question. Do you want it to speak?
It makes a big difference.
Okay. If it speaks, do you have to feed it?
That's the
Yeah,
thing
what
I
is
have
your
to ask
handy?
the hand.
see, I had two thoughts. First is okay, just a mouth.
So in your world, it's
Yeah.
a sentient hand.
If it
I
talks,
just, it was a
yeah.
hand, or I mean a mouth.
If it's a mouth that talks, it's sentient.
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Levi,
like
if
in the
you
hit
woke
anime
up-
Parasite.
If you woke up tomorrow morning and your hand had a mouth on it, like
Oh, okay, that's what we mean.
like it just maybe it talks. Anthony, if it talks in Anthony's world.
See, my first thought was it was like something with a mouth is now suckling my hand.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I meant like it's your hand has a literal mouth on it.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
I got
perfect.
that.
So maybe it talks. Yes.
No, my hand will definitely talk, just like in Parasite, the hit anime. I don't think anyone else watched
I know
Parasite
what you're
except for
talking
me.
about.
Okay, good.
Like I understand the words you said. Doesn't mean I know it, but I'm not stupid.
Yeah, I don't watch it, but I've.
Yes, my hand. I will be talking to my hand, like, hey, hand. Yes, Jordan. So what's it like? What's what like? Being my hand. And then we'll just go from there.
Shapes.
Do you need to eat anything? I just want a heads up.
How do I feed you?
Yeah, and also like, is it a weird like? Let's say for example,
Do you feel pleasure? Go on.
Okay, so let's say your hand has a mouth, right? But like,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of room here. So like, if you feed it, where does it go?
I'm shoving a
in your
carrot into my wrist.
Like, is it like a dimensional situation?
It's a mouth of holding.
Right. So like,
God.
if you
Your
fed it,
hand
like,
gets fatter.
if
It's
you
getting
fed
like a
it,
real
say,
The
like,
more it eats, the bigger,
form.
like the
Like, if you were
thicker
to-
your hand gets.
like it's fucking full mouth mode for Kirby. Like,
It's like a thick hand.
like if you were to feed it a hot dog, does this area here? It doesn't go.
Does it go this
No,
way
it
or
goes
does it go
down.
this way?
Down.
you have to deep throat it every time.
You gotta think like a snake. Like it's gonna go like that.
You have to eat like this. You have to
Realistically.
shove it in there. Just like
I'd like to point it out that this was a question
You cut out at the end, bud.
Yep.
Fuck this.
But I really want to know what you said.
Yeah, I really.
This is a question I found on the internet.
Jennifer Lopez. Yes, it's
Lord.
it's Cartman's
Would it be
hand.
better if it was like this? Taco kisses for my bin. Like, is this?
Tacos and burritos.
Yeah, if it talks, I have a lot of questions for it.
So many questions.
What's your
Yeah.
first question?
How did you get onto my hand?
Oh, I guess logical questions would be the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
your name?
I have to build a rapport with this sentient
Pamela
mouth.
Henderson.
That one's the best. I like that one the best.
And it's
Heather
Palmela.
Pamela.
And a-
Pamela Henderson. Oh, fuck me. I'm still
no,
dying.
that's
from
what the
Steph.
hand is for.
No, I wouldn't.
Does it
'cause
have
also-
teeth?
sentient.
Yeah, it's
No, 'cause-
sentient.
It's too weird.
And how's that gonna work, Leon? You have to stay like this the whole time.
Yeah, do you have
That's
to
why I
can you go
was
like this, or do you have to like?
That's what I was asking about. Like, does this
The hot dog?
like,
That's
It's
we
you
all
see
know
it
why
like
you were
you're
asking about the
just
hot
right here, it
dog.
just starts like sticking out, like,
Hmm.
and then just
Lord.
folds in like a snake. Like,
Hmm.
The real horror is it only goes in this far.
yeah.
does it become your best friend? Like, do you talk to it? Does it help you cheat tests?
Do you have a
Does
choice?
Does it have a brain?
well,
If
I
it's
think-
sentient,
I mean, where's the brain? Is the brain in your thumb? Like,
I feel like it would like bite everything you touch, though.
what didn't Vampire
That's why he's-
Hunty put a glove on it?
That's why you tell
Yeah.
him don't. Like, hey man, I'm grabbing this glass. Don't fucking bite it again. Like,
Like, like what if you strum your hair and then it just bites it as you do it?
then it needs to learn self-control. You don't
Or you need
eat
to
hair.
wash your face and then you just have cuts because the teeth like just
No, Steph, you understand. As you're washing your face, it's just licking you. That's all.
that's how it eats.
That's how it eats.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, there's a documentary about this called Idle Hands.
Okay, let's cut it backwards. It is not sentient. It is just a
A
mouth.
With teeth?
Yeah, I don't like the teeth.
I'm trying to debate which is worse.
Is it just lips and a tongue?
I think it's worse if it doesn't have teeth.
It like bothers me because like I
That
just think
seems-
of like
That seems more horrific.
just stuff you do with your hands and then just how that would bother me. Like, if I have snacks, I literally can't hold it because it would eat it all.
You have
These are
another
my
hand.
snacks.
You have another hand, Steph.
I just assumed we would just have mouths on our hands.
No, just one hand. You
one,
choose the
just
hand.
one.
It's gonna be my left because I'm right hand dominant.
Yeah. Non-dominant hand, you wake up and there's a mouth. The mouth does not speak, it cannot communicate. It is vague whether it is an extension of your own id or if it has some kind of otherworldly like instincts of its own.
Ooh, I hope it has magic powers.
It's
It has
innately magic.
it has no teeth,
It
but has lips and a tongue.
Yeah, this is Cronenberg as fuck.
Yeah, yes, Steph.
No,
Or are you just
I'm
looking at your hand?
looking at my hand.
Just imagining it.
Yeah.
Now, how big are the lips on your hands?
I know.
Angelina Jolie.
I imagine not very big at all. Yeah, I imagine
should
pretty-
just make
pretty
a
small,
picture.
actually.
Of our hands, or
Nope.
take a picture of our hands,
Nope.
and just put our mouths.
Don't
on
like where
our
this is
hand.
going.
Nope.
Don't like where this is going at all.
Nope.
And then
Nope.
and then we could all do a high five.
Nope.
Jen, do not do that.
So that
Jen,
means
do
we
it! Do it!
all our hand mouths are gonna be kissing each other.
Get hands in the mouth. It would be fun.
Oh, she's not listening to me. So
Oh no, she's not listening. I know. I already had a pen in my hand.
oh my god, you
All
can't
right,
write
who-
this.
Who here
Yeah,
is at least
I like that.
considering cutting your hand off?
not me. I'm keeping the
because
mouth
of-
hand.
Because of the
If it's a-
mouth?
if it's an evil mouth,
Let's say it's not.
I just
oh,
find
then
it.
does it talk?
It's not. It's
No.
it's. Oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
that takes
just-
out a lot of the fun of a mouth hand.
Does the
Yeah.
mouth?
Wait, do you taste what the
drool.
mouth tastes?
Ooh.
I want to say no.
Oh.
You just get this weird cosmic horror of a hand that you just wake up to on your hand, like
yeah.
in
Look,
your hand.
This might sound weird, but I've always wanted to have the ability to talk while eating, but not have my mouth full.
Okay.
So if
You
I
wanna
had
be
a mouth hand,
ventriloquist.
I could just be shoving food into it while I'm talking, and like nothing happens. Like I'm
You
getting my,
actually
I'm
could
getting
be
my
a very
nutrients.
Good. You could be a great ventriloquist, actually.
Oh yeah. You don't have to move your mouth. Well, you have to move a mouth, but oh no, it moves on its own. It's sentient. So
that mouth is in the dummy though.
It's true.
Uh-huh.
Tasting everything inside the dummy.
Yeah. All right. So this cosmic car of a hand has its own wants and needs. It cannot communicate with you, but anything that essentially gets into the palm of your hand will be devoured.
I'm not doing this. It's just my hand.
If that. Leland, do you cut your hand off?
Does the hand in Vampire Hunter D, does he have to like feed it?
It's a face.
Yeah, I remember it being a face, but like, does it do anything?
It sucks things up like Kirby.
Oh, so it's like Miroku's wind tunnel from Inuyasha. I feel like maybe only Cornbread would get that one. maybe Shane too if he's out there.
Would you, if you like bitch slap someone, would it like bitch bite would it just like
It would-
slap
yeah.
bite
Dude,
them?
You slap
After-
it
after a
it just
little
leaves
bit
a
of
kiss
training-
mark on there. Who kissed you?
I don't know. I don't want to cut off my hand.
Exactly. I'm keeping it. Me and
but
Handy
then
are gonna go a long way.
Maybe I'll get along with it. Maybe if I treat it right, it will like give me some sort of magical.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
Also, Corm's right. I'll just put a glove on and go about my day.
Oh, that's rude though. It's sentient, so you're suffocating it.
That's
what
probably
if
not
it's-
gonna like that.
Like you
Well,
could be
then it
looking
can
at your
fucking
glove and
tell me.
you can look at your glove and just see like the middle part just like going in and out because it's breathing.
You have like a damp spot from its breath.
Oh.
You're like sitting
Yeah,
in a
that's what I was
library, like
thinking. I
who's
was like-
breathing super hard?
Oh,
Yeah.
Scott
And it's just
brings
your
up a good
hand
point.
in a glove.
Like, does it slobber or like salivate? Because it's a
Also,
mouth.
Scott says, "What if it smokes? Like, do I have to hold this cigarette to it? Like, just
I'm not
like,
gonna give it cigarettes because I have more control over my body than my mouth hand.
Also, do I get the cancer?
Do you brush its teeth?
Can I do this to his lips like
Could it have bad breath?
you have to throw like mints in your palm. Like,
Do you
Pick up a mint.
do you name it or does it come with a name?
Well, if it's sentient, I assume it has its own self-identity.
but we can't
How
speak
would we
human
know?
language to it. It
Yeah.
only speaks the language of the hands. Sign language.
I
Yeah,
I'm-
does it have
I'm
a nose?
I'm genuine. It's just his hand. I'm genuinely considering cutting my hand off. Honestly, like that's like I feel if I have a hand, even if I control all my digits,
Yes.
if I have a hand, or I'm sorry, if I have a mouth in the palm of my hand that I don't control, that's like creepy ass body horror shit. That's no longer my hand anymore. I stop right here at the wrist.
Yeah, what if your hand starts eating stuff you didn't want it to eat?
Yeah.
And then you wake
don't-
up with a bloody hand mouth because it ate something of yours.
Now we're doing idle hands.
I mean, I would not cut it off myself. I would have it surgically removed so
Oh.
a professional can do.
No,
Sure, yeah.
the second you go to any place, they're gonna put you in a cage and study you for science. This
Well, they
man
can
has a
study your
mouth hand.
hand.
Like,
They can take it. That's fine. You can take the hand.
No, we need it
Andy, how about
alive.
this? So let's say you cut off the hand, right?
Yeah.
You wake up a couple weeks later, the mouth is now on the stump, and it wasn't the hand. It was actually you are infected by
Ooh.
some sort of parasite.
you have this is literally Parasite the anime now.
So like, no matter either you kill yourself and it just moves on to a different person, or you now have a stump mouth, which is a lot worse than a hand mouth.
That's it for
But-
Anthony.
But at least then, if you have a stump mouth, you can still hold stuff because you just put it in the mouth.
It eats it. Can't put anything in the stump. It eats
That's
everything.
What if it's cool?
If it's cool, that's different.
Like it's like, look, I don't know how I got here, but let's make the most of it. My name's Ralph.
If I have a mouth hand, I want it to be able to speak human language so I can converse with it. Like,
Yeah.
how you feeling today, man? You good? All right, here's a carrot or whatever you want to eat, you know?
Carrot.
Feed me,
Okay.
Jordan.
There we
Feed
go.
me.
If it's sentient, and it's cool, but it needs to be fed something awful. I don't want to go immediately to people, but
Like unearth dirt from a fresh grave.
So specific.
That's how Revi keeps his wings. It's an actual thing.
That's a joke just for 4 people.
It should be a joke for more people. You should stream it on twitch.tv/LRC podcast.
Hey, you know how much
like that
work goes into an actual play?
I don't know if I'd like it if it spoke French because I don't know if I'm being insulted.
Jacques.
Well, clearly, that's why in your other hand you get Google Translate.
It's true. It'd be like, Je m'appelle Anthony, and you're like, oh, cool. Nice
Anthony?
to know.
Anthony? Is that what you named your hand?
That was the first name that popped in my head.
Chat's gonna love that one.
That's what Anthony names his. Anthony. Because this is Anthony.
Hi.
I'm Anthony. This is
Jordan?
Anthony.
What yours be,
It's
Jordan?
Jorhand, obviously.
Jorhand? Okay.
Stefan.
Yeah, I said Steph Handy.
Steph
Steph
Handy?
Handy. Steph Handy.
That was real clunky.
Steph Hand noise.
The Pandanoids.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Jorhand.
it's Jorhand. Yeah. Like,
Let's just say it needs blood. Let's just say it needs blood.
human blood or just blood in general?
We'll say blood in
Hand.
general.
I mean,
that's easy.
maybe it shouldn't be so fucking picky.
If
Maybe
you
he
had
doesn't
your
have a
hands in a
choice.
fist, would your mouth naturally just eat your fingers
No.
or suck
No.
on them?
It knows that you're the way.
It will suck
it's
on your
food.
fingers.
Unless you ask it nicely, does not do that.
Stop it.
But your fingers taste so nice.
Do
Eat more Cheetos.
Wait, okay, so back to what Jordan said earlier. Like, if it licks something, and do you taste it? So, like, if it licks a lollipop, like, you're like, oh, I really want a lollipop. I'm talking. You just shove a lollipop in the hand, and you continue to talk on the phone.
Exactly,
You're
that'd
just
be
like,
great. The only downside to you tasting whatever your hand mouth tastes is if, say, you're in public transit, you're on a public bus or you're on a trolley and you're standing, you almost fall forward, you have to grab onto the handrail, but your right hand, your other hand is empty, so you have to grab with the mouth hand, and now you're just tasting that.
Tasting like
Leland
know.
doesn't touch anything on public transit.
yeah, like bus pole.
Leland barely
Yeah.
takes public transit. That's only at Comic-Con.
And I'm miserable the whole 34-5
He hates it.
There's so many people.
Handy snack.
But if you're wearing gloves, you're just gonna be tasting leather or whatever your glove is made out of. I don't know how much money you
I'll
have.
put a fruit roll up in there.
You line the inside of your glove with a fruit roll-up.
Yeah. So
Oh, so sticky.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
does he have to hold his breath when I wash?
Yeah. How did you?
I assume he doesn't breathe.
What
Can
if-
it drink? Can you just like pour soda into the glove? Just
Okay. Also, when you go to do bathroom stuff, you're gonna taste some gross
It's
stuff.
gonna be gross.
It's true.
I don't like this anymore. I'm cutting off half the.
I'm just gonna be wearing latex gloves. Just have a taste of latex in my mouth at all times.
It's terrible.
Mwah, mwah.
Like Scott asked, does it get drunk? And I
If
just
you-
imagine like your whole hand just kind of gets numb.
Yeah.
Ah, man, it's my hand's drunk again, guys. Sorry. Hey, wake up.
Does it sleep? Like when it sleeps, you
Gross up.
well, because you still have control. It's just a mouth that's there.
Can it see?
No, it's a mouth.
Okay.
I think that's worse. It's just that it's like that picture of that screaming hand. That's isn't that like an album cover or something?
Screaming hand?
Screaming. I'll look it up. You
I'm
They have
not ringing a bell for me.
we need to iron out the rules about this mouth hand.
There's a lot of scenarios this can go in. Most of them all bad.
Yeah, it's true.
The only one that I think I keep my hand is if this like sentient, cool mouth hand is also giving me powers.
Like,
Yeah,
what
it's
kind
a
of powers do you expect from a mouth hand to have?
I don't know.
It's
I
the
don't know.
skateboard. It's the Santa Cruz skateboard look.
Oh, yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on
okay.
that same. I'm looking at the same thing.
Okay.
That's
Did you-
exactly how I imagined it, and I just feel like I know how handsy I can be, and it would just cause problems all the time.
Not
Stuff we're
without
doing,
consent.
making out with my hand.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Half the time I do something, sometimes I cover my mouth, and it's just like, like, you know, it's just
What-
gonna bother me.
What-
It makes
if I
out with
haven't-
you every chance it gets.
Yeah.
Well, what if your mouth hand is in love with you?
Or like, oh my god, and then there's just like slobber. I feel like it would just be like a real inconvenience to me.
I feel
if
it's
anything.
inconvenient to everybody.
Yeah,
Like-
it's just generally inconvenient.
It would like just bother me.
Oh, also, Anthony, the power it gives you is a mouth laser.
All right. It just shoots like a Kamehameha out of the palm.
Yep.
All right, I'm keeping it now. I've got enemies to vanquish.
It's just like acid vomit. Like,
Like Reptile in Mortal Kombat?
sure, why not? We'll go with that today. I don't know.
This could be the
Oh,
best
no.
superpower yet. I'm surprised we have not gone down that road yet.
Like
Because
if-
we're all trying not to, because it's the obvious joke.
It is very obvious, yes.
Because
I
what
just-
is Anthony going to do with the first thing? Of course, he's going to fuck. So like,
No, I'm not. That's not the first thing I'm gonna do.
If it had the option to
It's
like
the second.
actually like appear when I want it to appear, kind of like
I
how
gotta
Reptile has
establish
it, where like
sentience.
when he wants to use it, it kind of just opens like this little hole and then does things.
So,
and,
That
like,
like,
somehow
pushes.
makes it worse for me.
like a hidden third eye that you're just like, oh wait, let me use third eye, and then suddenly an eye opens up,
Yeah,
and
and then it just
everyone
like
goes like,
wants
Yen?
to show up.
Or it's just like, all right, well, I need to make this really important this important point over dinner. So let me have my mouth hand eat while I talk to you. What are you doing with your hand? Don't worry about it. Anyway,
It's just
So-
in a pile of mashed potatoes, slowly sinking.
His hand's slowly going
going down.
You
You're like,
just
"How many
put your hand
potatoes
in,
are you
like
eating?" No, never mind.
you just put your hand in a bowl of gravy and just slurps it up. That'd be
Well, that's what
gross.
we were talking about earlier, Mark. Like if it just had a mind of its own, I don't know how.
Let's focus on it as an extension of your mouth, because we haven't
Okay.
really explored that very much.
So we
Well,
taste what it tastes.
You can taste it. You can completely eat and digest through it. Don't ask how. It just happens.
It just does.
I would just go and have it sewed up.
That sounds
Well,
painful.
It's still there though.
Yeah, but
You've
like,
just shut its mouth.
It's like, oh, did you cut your hand? Oh yeah, no, that's my mouth hand. I just sewed it shut.
yeah,
Sorry,
but
what was
I mean,
that?
like-
Mouth hand. What?
I mean, if it's not sentient and it has no feelings or any purpose, and I know it's still there, if I just had it sewed up, then I
It's
just live my
yours.
life.
It's yours though.
Yes, you're right. It's on my hand. It is mine.
It's your mouth. It's your second mouth.
Yeah, but I have my one mouth. I can still just use.
But
so I'm okay.
but you feel it being sewed shut.
Like it's still there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Mm.
I didn't
Again,
think of it as having feelings.
I would be friends with my
hand has
sentient mouth
feelings?
hand.
I just figured the mouth didn't have feelings because it's an evil thing for the planet.
We don't know its intentions.
If
You're right,
it's
'cause we
evil,
can't
it's
talk to
because you're evil.
Whoa.
It's your mouth.
Well, but it speaks your most inner thought.
Ooh.
Oh, you
Oh,
have to definitely sew that
no.
fucking shit up.
Yeah, now we gotta sew it up.
Now, yes, I will wear the glove at all
Like
times.
you say something, like you say what you're thinking, and then it corrects you, like this is what he actually said. It's like, oh no,
It can't lie.
Oh, you look good today. Damn, that's fat. Like, no, shh, mouth.
Stop it.
Mouth hand.
Almost every one of these avenues, I cut my hand off.
It can lie, but it won't.
The only time I keep it is when I can Kamehameha out of it. That's because some motherfuckers on the road need to learn.
It's true. Some motherfuckers need to learn.
Yeah,
It's a kinetic blast, so it's not like killing anybody or beating or like blowing anything up.
It'll just move them away very quickly.
Yeah, it's like just being kicked by a horse, right, Steph?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it won't kill you.
Does that mean if you like hold your controller, it's just like chewing
Yes.
chewing your controller like a bone?
Yeah, you have teeth marks on that side of the controller.
That's why you just gotta hold the control like this.
Let's see how good you do at Evo then.
So like if you're holding
I'll
a
be
mouse,
fine.
is it just like open on the mouth or
See,
on
this-
the mouse?
See, this is
Mouth
what I do.
open on the mouse?
I open up my mouth hand, just insert it onto the joystick. So the mouth hand is just like, oh.
And then you just move it like this? So frustrating.
Also, shout out to Rovi for fixing this for me. Thank you for like
Yeah.
3 years ago, however long that was.
Yeah.
Robot rocks.
Yeah, I just feel like
I would love my mouth hand with all my heart.
No. Leland, are you team cut the hand off or are you keeping it?
I don't know.
I can
A lot of
imagine.
factors.
I can imagine one, dark and stormy night. I've had a few. So is my hand, and we just,
One
For me, one for you. One
Yeah.
for
Can I,
me, one
can
for
I
you.
legally marry the hand?
No, it's you.
Is it?
can
Yes.
Well, can't you marry yourself?
No, you can't.
Says who?
Apparently this asshole.
Says the United States of America?
They're not the boss of me.
yeah, haven't
Tell me what
people
to do.
married objects?
People have
What's that?
married less. Yeah, that one dude married a hologram of Hatsune Miku. Like that's a thing that people do.
Woman married a bridge, I think.
Yeah,
Yes,
see, that's
yes.
what I mean. There's objects that people have married.
Yeah, but
That's
we
what
don't
that
take
hit show
them
Bridgerton's about.
seriously, though.
Huh?
We don't take them seriously. though.
These aren't like legal marriages either.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. They're
I mean,
just social media marriages.
You could be just like, oh, I married my shoe. Cool. It's not,
Yeah,
it's not like a
look.
document binding.
Yeah, I'm married to my left hand in the eyes of myself and God. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Steph,
Mm.
Letty
I've
and
been
Dom didn't go to get married anywhere. They just did it in the bathroom. So, things are crazy.
It's true.
Steph,
And
I
Letty's taking
haven't
care of
heard
another
whether
woman's
we're
child.
Where I am on it,
yeah.
I
Do
don't
you
know.
cut your hand off?
I think I might. Just because, like, I've really been thinking where I've been placing my hand throughout this whole conversation, and it's like I've
have
literally had it
too.
resting on my
No
foot.
complaints.
It's resting on my thigh. I was like clapping my hands were closed, and just to know that if your hand's in this position, there's a tongue like just slapping across the other side, and that bothers me.
Well, all y'all be walking around with a right hand and a stub while I have a mouth hand.
Well, you know what?
Get one of
Your
them
mouth
cool
hand.
fucking prosthetics.
Well, shove it. Oh,
What?
because your mouth hand, and I have a stub. Shh. Never
You-
mind.
You want my mouth hand to eat your stub?
No, never
She's gonna
mind.
choke your stub with
I
her
meant
stub.
I was gonna
Choke your mouth
mouth
hand with her
my
stub.
My
Mark
mouth
wants
hand's
to
gonna
know,
bite
would we
you.
marry? Mark would like to know if we marry an object. What object?
If I were to marry an object, it'd have to be. Oh, it can't be food because I'd eat it so quick.
But that's okay.
What would I?
Yeah, can I marry cheese?
Robot, ew, I hate this. Please cancel the show. We had a good run. I mean, 252 episodes.
Yeah, I mean it's the longest podcast I've been on.
Yeah. Hmm.
If there was an object I could marry.
Yeah, the first thing I was
Probably
thinking,
my
I was
bed.
like, can you? Yeah, I was like, can you marry a bed?
It's the only thing that's never let me down.
Hmm.
Marrying a blanket seems like appropriate.
I'd marry my cold blanket.
Your what blanket?
My cold blanket.
You have a cold blanket.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just gonna stop there?
Yeah.
It's a blanket that's specifically designed to keep it cool. So
Yeah.
it's
My cold blanket.
It's like a weird thing.
It's like my weighted blanket.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
I like it because I like getting really bundled up in my other blankets, but I put one arm on my cold blanket and it feels nice.
Keep in mind, she's wearing her like 19 different outfits to get on that cold blanket, but she's still using it.
So she's gone through 19 different outfits to get to her final night outfit. After her late night outfit, she put away.
She's wearing socks and sweats and a sweater. Has the blanket up, but she has the one arm on the cold blanket, so she stays cool just on the left arm.
Can I marry my phone?
No,
sure.
I mean,
if you want to. It is a know-it-all.
I really want to know what the benefits of marrying an object are.
What?
I really want to know what the benefits of marrying an object are.
There are none. It's an object. It has no thoughts or feelings. It has nothing. It's just a fun game.
But then it's also irrelevant to me. Like it doesn't matter. Like I whatever. I'll marry this half bottle of soju. Like it's all the same if it has no effect.
No, Anthony, this is what you do. You marry your phone, right? Then you put all of your credit cards and debt under the phone's name. And then you throw away the phone. It has
then
all the
my
debt.
phone?
It has all the debt, not me. Go find it.
I like where you're going with this.
Let's wrap this shit up.
All right. We're going to get out of here. If you have enjoyed this conversation and have thoughts about what you would do if you had a mouth suddenly appear in the middle of your palm, or what object you would like to marry, feel free to hit us up. We are very interested in your answers. You can find us at all the social medias. We are on the Instagram, the Twitter, and the Facebook. You can find us by searching League of Ridiculous Conversations or LORC Podcast. If you are this far and maybe you missed the beginning of the show, or maybe you're already listening to this in its podcast form, you already know we are on the podcast places. Search again, League of Ridiculous Conversations, to be sure you are subscribed and you are here for every weird ass thing that we fucking get into. This night got weird.
This is a ridiculous conversation.
He said it, everybody.
What if your hand? What if the mouth hand was on the back of your hand? Would that change your mind about anything?
No.
Oh,
yes.
Now it's just harder to aim my Shoryuken.
I
think that's a dragon uppercut.
My Hadouken.
There you go.
Shut up.
I think I'm more uncomfortable with it being.
Why is it on the back just worse?
I don't know.
Now you're not. Now you can hold stuff and you're not tasting it all the time. You know.
No, have you ever accidentally hit your hand on someone while walking with them? Now imagine a mouth at the end of your hand.
Drop an olive into it once in a while.
I would like my mouth hand even more if it's on the backside of my hand. I would like it even more.
It does seem like less hindering that way.
Yeah.
That's true. Wait, did you say you would drop an olive into it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Just to to feed it, just drop. Boop. There you go.
Yeah, because mouth hands love olives.
One gin-soaked olive.
There it is.
If you would like to help us get back up to 69 topics on the list of ridiculousness, wait a minute. Cornbread.
Tell me your jersey without telling me I drop olives in my hand.
I'm just gonna have to choose to ignore that and keep going. Email us any of your thoughts for topic ideas. We add them to the list and then randomly choose one unless Leland just decides we're gonna do the hand thing again. But you can email us at podcast@gmail.com. Leland, you're on the internet. People might be interested in following you. How would they?
You can follow my artistic journey on Instagram and Facebook at Leland Pierce Art. I'm still having a love affair with 1980s.
I liked your tiger today.
I hated it so much.
Oh no, it was
Aw.
good.
I fucked up, and because I can't see certain colors, I didn't know that the background became a color, and then when I went to do the background, the layer was screwed, and I had already gone so far, I could not put a background on it. So it's like, not starting. So, I had layer issues.
Well, it still
But
looks
thank
great.
you.
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
I'm sorry. Did you say your handle?
I did.
Okay. Jordan, your turn.
Yeah, you can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. And on twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear. Fridays I play Dark Souls 2. It's a lot of fun. If it's spicy, you should come hang out. Saturdays I play fighting games. This past Saturday, I was joined by my good buddies, Artificial Ignorance and Gigi Bevan. And we played King of Fighters for 7 hours.
That was a long stream.
It's so much fun though. That game
Yeah.
is really, really fun. If you've ever been curious about King of Fighters, this is the one to get into. But get it on PC because some of the consoles have issues. You know who also did like a 8-hour stream over the weekend? Cornbread. Final Fantasy
Yeah.
14.
Ooh.
8 hours playing beating Endwalker. That was awesome.
Last weekend I had you, Cornbread, and Revi all up at the store at the same time, and I didn't know who to mute or down because at one point I heard her excitement, your yelling, and then very clinical stuff coming from Revi's stream. It's like, whatever. I don't know. I had y'all at the same time. Maybe it was a replay. I don't know.
Hey. Oh, that's all.
Yeah. But yes, King of Fighters, lots of fun. I would say get it on PC because some of the console versions have issues. Specifically, the PS5 version has a lot of issues. Just with there's just lag in the game for some reason, but get on PC. I have no idea how the Xbox version is going, but there's more players on PlayStation than there's Xbox. So, if you're gonna get a PlayStation version, get the PS4 version, and you should be fine. Anyway, King of Fighters 15, lots of fun. Shattered my expectations. I think I like King of Fighters now because I've never played one before. And then Sunday, I usually like go into my backlog and just play something from there. But I didn't stream on Sunday. I just played 2 reruns. That was cool. So I could just dedicate the entire day to playing Horizon Forbidden West, which is a lot of fun. And I highly recommend it. If you enjoyed Horizon Zero Dawn, play Forbidden West. Even if you don't have a PS5, the game still looks fantastic on a base PS4 because the original Horizon was made on a base PS4. Still looks great. I think that's it for me. Yeah, the end. Steph, you go.
I'm on the internet. You can find me at Stephanoids. STPHUHNOIDS. I don't really have much going on.
That's okay. Remember, we also stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesdays is what you're watching right now, the League of Ridiculous Conversations podcast. Thursdays is Co-op Thursday, where Steph and I get together and we play a game. We've been playing The Forest. It's a lot of fun. We made a lot of progress last week. I'm looking forward to going again this week. And on Sundays is LRC Gaming, which this past week it was strictly Red Dead Online. Looked like a fun time you guys had while I was not there.
It was fun.
Yeah, I was just playing Horizon the whole time, so I was like, you guys have fun without me. And since we're talking about streaming things, shout out to everyone that's been watching this whole time. IG88, Beck, we love you. Cartoon 21, Shane, you're my boy. I am Rovi, also my boy. Not on the Monday show, our boy. Riff, Scott, also our boy. Cornbread, as always. And shout out to the people lurking. I know some people don't like to be called out while they're lurking, but I see you, Nipron.
Hi.
I see you, Jonathan. Thank you guys all for being here. I was playing with the rubber band and I dropped it, so Anthony, you take it out.
It's weird when you do the shout outs and then I got to do my gross bit. I'd like to request we not do it in that order next time.
I totally forgot you do a gross bit.
And if you'd like my 4D experience, then find me at Spooky the 13th on Instagram and the Twitter. See, like now would be a good time to do stuff like that.
Look, we're workshopping stuff. It's been 252 episodes. We're figuring stuff out still.
And we're still working the kinks out.
Yeah.
We really need to start the show.
Cue the music.
Beverly Montesaurus.
So until next week, I'm Anthony, and in alphabetical order we are.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Leland.
I'm Steph.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
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 It always quickly happens that I'm always just like, oh, it's my turn.
But it's always the same order.
I know, but you say it so quickly, and then he goes, I'm Jordan, I'm Leland, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Steph.
You need time to catch up and remember your name?
Sometimes I'm thinking of other things, so it catches me off guard.
Also, shout out to Cornbread for giving me the notes so I can say everyone that's been watching and stuff.
No. Save.
Look, guys, it's difficult being present for the podcast and still running the podcast. Well, we're still running the stream.
Completely appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we're in nights,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are
the
definitely
after
in nights.
show, the after show for the podcast. A term came up last night during D&D that Leland wanted me to bring up so we can ask the young kids and find out.
Remember that.
Yeah. So I think it's sesh, or it was sheesh.
I told you to write it down.
Sheesh.
Yes, but it writes down the same way.
Fair.
Like that was a good sesh? Like session?
No, see, I didn't quite understand what they meant either. So Cornbread and Revive, you can help us out.
She says it's white suburban.
Suburban.
Suburban. Damn.
Yes, Rovi makes a good point. Sesh and sheesh are both spelled very differently.
They all got the same letters.
All right, fine. I spelled it SHEESH.
Sheesh.
So is that what we were saying? Because if it's like sheesh, I understand that, but I didn't understand the context of last night.
So yeah, as Cornbread was saying, you say like you say it like you elongate it.
Yeah.
And usually you also do like the high pitch, sheesh sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's still, what does it mean?
It's white people. Damn.
It is now, but but just like everything that came from TikTok, started with black people, then white people co-opted it.
Yeah, like life.
Yeah, like all of TikTok is black people, and then white people are like, oh, let's do that, and then that becomes popular.
I think
I
you
don't
mean
think I've
just
heard
culture
that.
in general.
You've never heard sheesh, Steph?
I've heard shisha.
No, you never heard sheesh.
No.
You've never heard that.
No.
Jordan, can you use it in a sentence?
You don't use it in a sentence.
That's what I mean.
It's a
I'm like-
reaction word.
Then I've never heard it.
It's
Yeah.
like going, oh, sheesh, that sucks.
Yeah,
Except it's more exaggerated.
Yeah, but
It's
I'm
more
not gonna
exaggerated,
do
yeah.
that. I was just giving Steph context.
and again, as Cornbread says, it's literally like saying "damn,"
Okay.
but instead you
I'd
say
rather just say
sheesh.
damn.
Ah,
'Cause
sheesh.
I'd rather say damn. I like that word. It's funny.
it's fine.
like sheesh was a thing. Like I remember we said as like children because we weren't allowed to curse yet.
Yeah, like
So
dang
it's-
or darn.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like coming back around. Like
Yes,
okay.
yes. A lot
That's totally fine with me.
a lot of Gen Z slang is just stuff that's been around that's just coming back.
I legit say sassafras often.
Oh, I love that street. That's where I exit if I'm going to the airport in San Diego.
Bitch, I've known you for 20 years. I've never heard you fucking say that. Just have you say, I say it often.
I say it often currently. Like we don't see each other every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do
but
you use it in context?
Yeah, how do you work that into a conversation?
Yeah, how is your normal conversation with that phrase?
Usually it's always to myself. And it's whenever I do something dumb,
Like, are you just like,
instead of
sassafras?
like in a place where you'd be like, where you would say, ah, shit.
Yeah.
I just say sassafras.
Huh.
Because when you're alone, you like to censor yourself.
It's more because whatever the thing that is triggering me is dumb. If I made a dumb mistake, then I say a dumb word.
Oh, and then you imagine that you're on a TBS version of a movie and it's edited, so you can't say a swear word, so you start saying monkey fighting snakes.
Yeah. Yeah, and
On
then,
this
and then
Monday,
I
Friday
turn
plane.
to the fourth wall and I'm like,
Okay,
I do it all the
now,
time. I
if
look
you
at
break
the
fourth
audience.
wall- yeah, I break the fourth wall at least a couple times. Something bad happens in the store or stupid. I just kind of go.
it's a living.
It's a living.
Half the time I'm talking to Steph and she does something silly, I go, "Can you believe this?" And I'm not talking to anybody. It's just the audience, you know.
Yeah.
Get
This
this
motherfucker.
get this horse shit over the weekend. I'll give you the abridged version. His ass came in Saturday, and he went into my dollar bin room.
Face towards the mic, please.
Yeah. It-
Ugh,
oh
fine,
my god.
doing shit.
Then do it in front of the camera.
I can't. I don't got enough room, Steph.
Ooh, look at
He
your
came
cat.
into the dollar bin room and he was like, "Hey, I want a deal on the dollar box." And I was like, "They're
That's
already
already a
$1.
deal.
Like, how
Yeah.
much more of a deal
That's
do
4
you want?"
gumballs.
That's undercover price.
And he was like, "Well, if I was to go hard, can I get like, yeah, this is the exact quote. If I was to go hard, would I get a deal?" And I was like, "Well, how hard are you planning to go?" And he's like, "I don't know, like maybe like 3 or 4 boxes." I was like, "Okay."
Wait,
I said,
what?
if you buy 4 short boxes of dollar books, I said, I'll give you 2 for 1. Because I just wanted to end the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay." So I leave. 5 hours go by. And I honestly
You forgot he was
that
there.
he was in there. But like my coworker would try to go to the bathroom. You know, he's got shit everywhere. And I went back and looked, and he's like pulled out all the dollars. They're like piles everywhere. Like I can't get to the restroom. I can't get to the refrigerator. Like no one else can get in the dollar. Like he has taken over the dollar.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay. And so then like 5 hours later, he comes up and he's like, "Excuse me, sir." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's just like, I need help." And I was like, "Okay, well, what would you like?" "Well, I need help." I was like, "Yes, but how? How
Yeah,
can
how
I
can
help
I
you?
help
Like, you
What
have
help
to
Yeah.
do
tell
you
me
need?
Yeah.
what is it you need." He's just like, "Well, my back hurts and I'm really hungry. Is really do you want me to carry the boxes? Like I don't know what you're asking me."
If I
Yeah.
Uber Eats, will you go in on it?
You know. So and he just kind of was just like, "Oh, okay, never mind." So back up. This is his going hard. A box. And I'm like,
A long
this is
box?
no,
A short box?
half a short box. And I was like, "This is your
Oh,
going
not
hard."
okay.
This he's just like, "Oh, yeah." I'm like, "Okay." So, $60, please. So he gives me the $60. He's like, "I'll be back tomorrow." Great. So he comes back in on Sunday.
Oh God.
Oh no, he literally came back in.
He's a man of his
Comes
word.
in. So he
He's got a
wasn't
little
back there as
packed
long.
lunch. He's
He wasn't
ready.
back there as long, and he comes back up like 20 minutes later, and he's got 2 full boxes this time. And he's like, "Oh, this is like it's 180," or he goes, "That'll be $90." Yeah, like I'm in charge here. Like this
Yeah.
is, you don't tell me
Yeah.
what things are.
That'll be
I got
$90.
you.
You're
That
trying
would
to
be get
haggle
the
over
fuck
the
out my store.
clearance.
Like
Yeah. Also, you're trying to haggle over the clearance. You are correct.
Yeah.
And I'm ringing him up, and he's just like, "Oh man, yesterday, like my back hurt, like it was so hot back there, and I was hungry, and I was getting dizzy." And it's just like, all of this is not my problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Why
he-
is he telling you
and
that?
he was
You're
just
All
kinda
like,
like-
self-inflicted.
yourself.
He was just kind of like, "Oh man, like look, picking up comics is hard." It was like, "Yeah, I'm aware." Like,
Yeah.
My job.
yeah, fucking asshole. So he
I gotta
buys his
refill
books.
the gap you made.
Whoa, you're okay. You're ahead in the story. So he fucks off. I go back there. My dollar bin room looks like someone has blew up. Like he did not pick up after himself. Like there are just boxes, empty boxes, piles of comics littered all over the floor and on the counter. And here's the kicker: I didn't see on Saturday when he was back there that he moved a box that he should not have moved, and it knocked out my plug in my refrigerator. So my refrigerator leaked all night long, water all over the floor. It took 2 full paper towel rolls to clean up, and it's by a plug. And I'm like, cool. So I'm doing all this stuff, and it takes me like 20, 30 minutes to clean all this up as I'm customers because I was really busy. So I get all done. And I just sitting there looking at him going, and because his last words was, "See you in a couple weeks." And I was thinking like, "Oh God, please don't." So
No,
I'm
he's
trying
banned.
to think.
Fuck
Like,
him.
I kind of think like I should tell my boss and be like, "Hey, this is what
Yeah.
happened. Do I have permission to be like, you can't come back? Like, unless I mean, like, I want your money, but I don't need. Like,
I mean,
You're-
you gotta tell him if he comes back like, yo, dude, you can't leave that room in that kind of mess.
I
Like-
mean, it was trashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You-
there
you
was
tell-
like a couple other people that came in and kind of like looked in there, and I could see him being like, the other people, like, no, they weren't. Like, I know they weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to tell him like you cannot.
Oh,
you
yeah,
cannot
I would
even let
bring
it
that
get
shit
to that
up.
point, much less leave it like that.
Like,
And if
I
you do-
was so irritated.
You're done here.
Yeah, as you
Also-
should have been. Like,
Like, also, he didn't go that hard. If you're gonna enter a conversation that sounds like the beginning, buy 18 fucking boxes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we do $1,000 single sales here, right?
Yeah, like,
Like, this is a hardcore comic shop. You see what's behind me, right?
I told Anthony, but I didn't tell Steph and Jordan because I didn't
Yeah.
talk about it in the chat. I made a boo boo. Someone offered to donate 2 statues to the store, and I was like, sure. I thought
Uh-oh.
they'd be like statue size.
oh no.
No, this motherfucker dropped off 2 sideshow 1/3 scale statues. Like, they're huge. They're
They're
so
real pretty.
gigantic, huge.
They're real
What are
pretty.
they
Of of what?
It's one's of the Joker and the one is of the Scarecrow, which
Ooh.
are now currently right over there, because I don't know what to do with them.
Pan the camera over. I want to see these.
I can't. They're covered up with stuff. But like,
I
they're
just want to
huge.
see the
They're
picture
huge.
on the other chat. I just want you to send a picture.
I'll
of it
send a
so I
photo
can-
later.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they are
I want to see it. I'm
very
curious.
large. The boxes are very heavy, and they run up probably about $1,500 to $900 a stack.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
I got the
hopefully
links.
someone will buy those off me, and I'll make some money.
Ooh.
It's all profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me,
Oh,
or as
yeah.
the kids would say these days.
There it is. Robot.
Now I get it. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna keep that.
That I would love to see the Scarecrow, and that was a perfect like full circle with the sheesh talk.
Yeah.
What's up, Steph?
No, I've just never heard it like that at all. It's
I'm-
quick, not long. like that.
I'm sure you have heard it, but you didn't know what they were saying.
Because like
I
now
mean,
that
I've
I'm
heard
reading
people
it,
go,
like
shit.
yeah, my dad does that.
He goes shit.
No, well he goes shit. Yeah, he does that.
Shit.
Yeah.
There you go, Chad. I just linked you the statues.
Did your dad watch The Wire?
I don't know. My dad, he used to do that for a long time.
Ooh, that Scarecrow was really good.
Wow.
Yeah. These are real gorgeous pieces.
Jeez.
Oh,
They're just expensive as fuck because they're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the Jason Todd zombie.
Yeah,
Yo,
Right? I'm thinking I'm keeping the Scarecrow, and I'll put that up for Halloween.
that's badass.
Wow.
I really like the Joker one, especially with the like
Joe
the Scott
mask.
the Scott Snyder like pinned on Joker face
Ah,
That looks
after like
Uh,
he skinned his own face off.
I'll give you a
I'll
good
use
deal
my
if you want to buy it.
No, thank you.
okay.
I can't afford nor like it that much. If I'm gonna spend If I'm gonna spend $600 on a statue, it's not gonna be
Yeah.
of the Joker.
Oh, you're so presumptuous. I would give you half off.
This motherfucker.
Can I
I mean,
can I get
it's
a
all
discount
profit
if
to
I go
me.
hard on it?
Yes.
Yeah, what are you complaining about? Yeah, Revi has a question,
Yeah, no.
Leland.
Yeah, if you go, how hard do you want to go?
Buys both statues.
$160.
It pissed me off. He's just like, oh, it's $90 is my. Oh, is it? Because I can make or break that total at any point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
that's-
$90 and a ban for life. Do you want the deal still?
That's going hard for him, clearly, because he was so confident in his ability. So like that's just what he can afford. That's going big for him.
I kind of want to tell him what you said. You're like, sir, I sell 1,000 per book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's not going hard. Like,
Yeah.
But that's also kind of shitty.
it's like, this is you going
That's
I
hard.
what
just
I'm
think
saying.
you
I don't
should
wanna-
definitely say something if and when he comes back in, because that's something that I would be like, nah, you need to know what you did wrong.
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of felt like
For
like,
sure.
you were inconsiderate.
You he needs a reprimand. You have to treat him like he's a goddamn child now. Cause fuck him.
I mean, you
I
gotta tell him like you fucked up your shit.
And I
Yeah.
hope to God there's other customers and they hear you just like, bro, you fucked that shit up back there and you unplugged my fridge. There's a water leak. You did all this damage. Like,
You
just
ruined
like,
my yogurt.
Oh man.
Like, yeah, I just thought it was a weird day. I'm just kind of like, all right.
wait, what's the crime, Rabbi? Actually, no. Let us know when he's in. I'm gonna come to the store.
I should be like, sir, I'm on a diet, one fucking thing a day, and you're ruined. So you're getting hunger angst on top of all of this.
It was my cheat day. Yogurt was my cheat.
Oh god, that's so frustrating.
Yeah, that's
It's just
super
the fact
annoying.
of like complaining to you as if like you're gonna do something about it is just wild. Like,
I just didn't get what he wanted. He was like, I need. Okay, sure. And what?
I'm hungry. Like, why don't you just leave and go eat? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
What do
Like,
you
yeah,
expect to do about it?
Yeah, he was like,
like-
I went through every box. You got a lot of stuff back there. Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, like I look at it every fucking day.
And you'll have it, and you probably filled it back up.
Oh yeah,
Unless
no,
this was
it'll be
just-
all different when he comes back
Yeah.
weeks, and he'll have to do it all again, and then he'll bitch again about, oh, it's so much stuff. Yeah, I'm a store. Like, that's what I do.
Oof, that would bug me.
I can't exist unless I keep this shit full.
Oh, next time he comes in the store and he does that, just say, all right, before you pay for this, let's take a look in the back first. Just and walk with them into the back
Ooh,
room.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, just to.
And then you hit him over the back of the head.
My thing is, I can
And you
see
hide his
him being
body in the
like-
back room.
because it's going to be one of those things where if I do, tell him in a professional manner, like, hey, you were here, these things occurred while you were here. I could see him being like, well, I wouldn't make it. You have no proof. And then just my word against his. You can just go. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, just
Which
ban him
is
at that
like-
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's like, all right, well, you know what? You're not allowed. You're not welcome here.
That I don't have to serve you. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that whole $90 that you were going to give me, I'm going to get 3 times here in 20 minutes
hmm
yeah,
Yeah.
from people who aren't buying the dollar. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna
you
punch
know,
that
the
man in the
kid-
face.
Huh?
What are you taping?
Christmas presents.
I'm making new signs for the store.
Oh, you're working.
I'm working.
Okay.
I had to make a bunch of new ones.
Yeah, that just.
Yeah, see, it says new on it, Anthony.
Oh, that's why it said new, because they're new.
I made something. The boss asked me to do, and I took time out of doing other things to do this stupid project.
That was your first mistake.
Yeah, I did it because he asked me to. He tore it down, and I was like, that thing took me 6 hours.
Well,
Oh.
you do?
I mean,
Oh.
he asked me to make like a collage put like this is the dollar bin room or something. Now, granted, it was not good. I'll admit,
Yeah.
but it was to what I was asked to do.
It took you 6 hours and it
So
still
why
wasn't
did
good?
he?
Well, it
so
took
why
me
did
6
he-
hours because I had to do it. Well, so like I have to stop and.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just
Yeah,
a
so
So it
funny
took
way
you
to.
30 minutes for a 6 hour period.
Yeah.
That's just
Okay.
a funny way to phrase that question. It
What?
took 6 hours and it still wasn't good.
Yeah. So, yeah.
No, I say that because I know my friend Leland with 6 hours of work can produce something very good.
It was
So
okay.
if he did 6 hours and it's still not good, I need an explanation because I can't believe that.
It
If he
was
put
like
6 hours into it,
he
Leland
asked me.
will say that he didn't do a great job, and we'll look at it, and it'll probably look amazing. So
Well, you can't look at it because it was thrown
yeah, it's
away.
good
so-
destroyed.
it's in the,
like he
got
asked
rained
me to,
on now.
he asked, we have a dead monitor in the back of the store, and he asked me to come with, like, as he put it, my decoupage. He's like put your comic book crap all over it, decorate, sure it says comic books $1, whatever. I said, okay. I asked several people, hey, sound right? Everybody was like, yeah, no, say it this way. And then, I taped it, and then I had like the words coming out, and I had all these different characters popping around the page on top. It was coming out at you. It's like,
Oh.
he
I
just
just
tore
feel
it
like
down.
that sucks. Aw.
I was
That
like,
would have made me really sad.
that's
Yep.
cool.
You know what? Drastic change in subject.
Sure, I'm done.
So as I've mentioned before, I've been watching King of the Hill.
Yes.
On what I believe is like maybe it might be my third rewatch. Although let's say honestly second rewatch. And on this rewatch, if any of y'all remember watching King of the Hill,
Nope.
I've really come to detest Peggy Hill.
Yeah.
She is the true
Peggy,
villain.
or whatever. Peggy?
She's the true villain of the show.
Why
There
is
are
that?
more- because of her like self-absorbedness, her delusions of
Yeah.
grandeur, her pettiness. Like she is the root cause of several of the conflicts of episodes.
I've seen one episode, I think, and it was the one where like Hank, what is it? Not Hank. Hank buys like a car at sale price
Oh yeah, he at sticker price.
or sticker price.
Because
That's what
he
it
believes
was.
the salesman is giving him a deal.
Yeah.
And then there's one where she's like not a stripper, or has friends with a stripper.
She befriends a prostitute.
Is that the one I'm thinking?
That's the one where Snoop Dogg guest is Alabaster Jones,
Okay,
the
I don't
pimp
think I
from
remember.
Houston.
I don't think I remember.
You letting that sink in, Jordan?
I think I remember that. Just no. Oh, Snoop Dogg is guest starring on King of the Hill. His name is Alabaster Jones.
Peggy.
But like, Peggy Hill is just a fucking deplorable character at this point. I'm
Yeah.
legit getting mad at her, and I'm only halfway through. I think like King of the Hill has way more seasons than you remember it having.
Is there like 13 of them?
Yeah, and I'm like in season 7, so I'm only still like in the mid range
Yeah.
of it.
God.
I need to have a sit down with Mark from Not Another Monday because he's a big fan.
Yeah.
And I need to like just vent to someone who's as well versed as I've become, or at the very least, since he is also such a fan, Dale Gribble is his like Instagram icon profile pic.
Yeah.
And I just want to know like would he defend her? Like is he a Peggy apologist? or would he come to reason and realize like she's just a terrible character? Like Hank has his problems
Yeah.
in his like chauvinism and like his like rigid conservative values and shit.
Yeah.
But he has good qualities too. Peggy's just a fucking awful person. She has next to no good qualities.
Wow.
She will fuck anybody over. It does not matter who they are. She will fuck anybody over that like she believes has slighted her, is getting the best of her, is like, even if she thinks that they're like lauding something over her, in her warped perception of the world around her, everyone's success is her loss. And she is out to fucking get people.
Yeah, this is only just solidifying the fact that I'm never gonna watch King of the Hill.
Yeah, she's
Shit is funny.
I don't know.
She's not the focus of every episode.
That's fine, but I don't want to watch a show where there's a character that would make me like this upset that I would go on a 5-minute rant.
You got a vent?
Yeah.
I just remember seeing
somebody, guys.
Because I remember my ex is really into that show, and it would just be on, and I found her unbearable.
God.
She would just annoy me.
She was the villain of the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I vaguely have this memory of an episode, but I don't know, it's kind of blurred, but like I just remember her getting all like prettied up and then thinking like she was the shit and she was just unbearable. So I don't but she's always unbearable.
Like that is the basis of most of the Peggy episodes.
Ugh.
Is that
I like Googled.
She gets confident about something and spends half the episode with undeserved confidence. And then it all falls apart, and then she doubles down on her undeserved confidence for then someone to like fix shit in the background, and then she still takes credit.
Yeah, I just like Googled really quick, and I think
send me to some Peggy Hill hate sites.
Well, no, this is just Wikipedia, but like even explaining it, it's just like Peggy's high opinion of herself is often quite an annoyance to her family and her friends. She usually considers herself smarter than everyone she meets and knows, and more attractive than other people. And it's just like
I've met people like that.
Constantly takes credit for things she has never done. Also assumes that everyone else thinks as highly of her as herself does. Like it just goes on, and I'm just like, oh God, that would it bugs me. Yeah.
Okay, here maybe this will make you happy, Anthony. I am like towards the end of season 2 of Letterkenny.
Yay! How are you enjoying it?
It's a fun show. I have to watch it in bursts because sometimes it just gets too much.
Like Two in the Weeds?
Well,
I don't know what that means.
Like it's Canadian as fuck.
It is very, very Canadian. It is incredibly Canadian.
So like sometimes the concepts are foreign.
Yes, very, very much so. I think the last episode I saw.
Know what that means. What does too Canadian look like?
Like they're making very Canadian references. Leland, you're muted if you wanted to. They make very Canadian references.
Like how Canadians don't lock their doors. Like that.
No, that's an American opinion of Canadians. This is Canadian opinions of Canadians.
Yeah.
Wait till you get like deeper into the seasons and they start making fun of Newfoundland.
Yeah.
But yeah, the show is fun. I enjoy the core cast. Every woman they bring on that show is hot as shit for some reason.
Canada.
But also Canada. Yeah, that's just what it's like.
They're just all hot.
Yeah. And I really enjoy every time Squirrely Dan says, "This is why I appreciate you, Katie." Is that why you appreciate me, Squirrely Dan? All right. Tone it back 25% there, Dan. Your sister's hot, all right? Runs away.
Yeah. There, I says it.
He runs like maybe 20 yards and he just gets winded.
Yeah. Like I appreciate that show so much. I think it is incredibly written, incredibly well written. It
Yeah.
is super smart without making any of the characters seem fake.
Yeah.
Like all of the intelligent dialogue comes across natural from the actors.
Yeah.
Like there are really like intellectual conversations that they have, and they're still using like their like especially Squirrely Dan has like poor grammar
Yeah.
and like his constant need to add an S to things. But like it still comes across. It's incredibly performant. Have you met? I don't think you've met Shorzy yet.
The hockey players reference Shorzy a lot.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't think they
have-
showed Shorzy.
Yeah, he don't come up for I think like season
like
maybe.
3,
Yeah.
maybe
It's always
like
like
late
one
3.
episode.
Yeah. But yeah, like also I really enjoy just like some of the random running jokes that they have. Like
Mhm.
just with Wayne fighting everyone and always winning. Like there's that one scene where they're outside of the hockey rink in town, and the drug dealer lady's there with all the like Native Americans, and she keeps having people come out of the same car from the driver's side to come fight Wayne. like that was such a funny joke. And then there's
and
one.
they're all played straight.
Yes, incredibly straight.
The show is super silly.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah,
They're
indigenous.
indigenous. There, that's the word. I couldn't think of the word in the moment. So yeah, the indigenous people of Canada. And there's the one where they're trying to find a mate for Wayne's dog, and Gail's there, and she's just weird and sexual and drunk all the time. And then they finish their conversation, and you just see Gail run behind the produce stand, and she just disappears.
Like she toned some of that down, like as far as like the physical comedy of that character. But like in those early seasons, she's like is so leaned far and like
Yeah.
immediately like turns and runs off camera.
Yeah.
Season 2, so you're on Modine's 2.
Yes.
Because for sometime unbeknownst reasons, Modine's does not survive every season.
Yeah,
Likely because they lose the location.
probably. Yeah, I think the last episode I watched was the one for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. Yeah, that's for sure one of my favorite shows. And like I've watched that one maybe 3 times now, and I've
Yeah.
only just discovered the show maybe 2 years ago. But also
Okay.
like they're like 6 episode seasons. Like they're incredibly short,
They're like 7 to 8.
especially
Yeah.
early on.
Yeah.
So like you can blaze through them incredibly fast.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The one Shark Tank episode was funny. Yes, Leland? Oh,
That's the best episode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
yeah, I think this is a good point to call it.
Sure. Everybody
Especially-
watch Letterkenny.
Yeah, especially
on
since
Hulu.
Steph is just checked out, so
Yeah. I was watching Otter video. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched
She's
it.
literally just watching Otter.
That is
that's so on brand.
stuff.
Yeah.
I was
that is
scrolling
on
Instagram
brand
and there
stuff.
were otters, so I was just staring at them being cute.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
You all
Uh,
are the
Yeah, thanks,
best,
guys.
especially the ones who hung out all night. Anybody new who just popped in and hung out, thank you. We'll be live next on Thursday for Co-op Thursday, where Jordan and Steph continue to fight the forest or whatever
Yep.
you do. I don't really know. I got
Been
D
real
and D. I'm not
fun.
watching it.
We're
Sorry.
surviving in the forest.
Yeah.
Been real fun.
And then the community comes together on Sunday for LoRC gaming, where we'll all hang out and play co-op games. Co-op-ish
true.
games. Multiplayer games.
Oh,
There
just
you go.
end it.
So thank you again, everybody. You are all the very best, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
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 cup of hops in my hand. Piece of rockin' in my coat pocket, man, I knew she